Hello and welcome to Roll4It. We're doing Layla the Vampire Slayer again today, as per usual on Sundays. So, we're Roll4It, a bunch of your favourite YouTubers and streamers who like to play some nerdy tabletop games occasionally. And of course today we're playing a Buffy the Vampire system. So, oh my god, there are many things to go over. Half the team weren't here last week, so something happened and they're going to have to find out about what went down. I don't want to say anything for them because... spoilers.
Oh, I can't wait till we all talk. But
yeah.
I definitely watched it. It's good. It's good stuff.
Right. So there's probably a number of announcements as well. First, so starting with the announcements, this Friday we're starting our second show, which is going to be Star Trek Revelation, which is going to be pretty awesome. It's the same time as this one, i.e. 6 p.m. BST, 10 a.m. PDT, but on Friday. And we'll be playing the Star Trek Adventure system, which is just out in PDF, but it's still about to come out in hardback, I think. I don't think the book's out yet, but it will be coming out soon. So that's a pretty new thing, and it's also going to coincide roughly with Star Trek Discovery. So, you know, we're good at marketing. So you should definitely come and check that out and watch it. It's going to be a whole load of fun. We've got a load of stuff we'll be announcing for that, like people and cast, etc. We can announce that we do have a GM.
Yes.
Don't we? Maggie, do you want to announce the GM?
Yes. Well, do you want to show off the other thing first?
Okay, I'll show the other thing first. So,
okay.
I've been working really hard on some intro stuff, and we'll be rolling out the little gifts through the week, so people really like them from Layla. But this is the ship that we'll all be flying around in, hopefully before we blow it up.
And we're bringing in some new cast members for the show over there as well. And I think we found a good group that are going to play very well together and have some good chemistry. So our first person that we're going to announce is our GM, Peachy Pixelate. And I don't know if any of you guys know him from other shows, but he's also been on those. He has DM'd for me a couple times, and I've had the pleasure of that. And he's amazing. I always have fun with him, and he's real into Star Trek. So I think he'll have fun. I think he made you guys' he got skins for the character sheets and stuff, right?
Mm. Like someone he knew made these awesome character sheets that are even better than the default ones that are on Roll20. Really, really useful, and there's some really awesome scripts in there. And he said, "Oh, you need to talk to the person because I don't know anything about scripts." And I was like, "Okay, dude, these are amazing." And he was like, "Yeah, I know." So yeah, no, Peachy's absolutely brilliant. I'm really looking forward to playing a character under Peachy. That's going to be amusing. And that's our lovely ship. So that's going to be happening this Friday. Do look out for all the gifts and the reveals and all that kind of stuff.
Oh my gosh, the character gifts are going to be so good. Oh, already the first one that we're going to announce tomorrow is pretty sweet. I think you guys will like it.
I just need to fix up the tracking a little bit. It's going to be amazing. I'm also not looking forward to having to do my cosplay. I'm slightly looking forward. I chose the most difficult one, obviously, because I'm a sadist, a masochist. I always get those mixed up. Right, anyway, we also have big announcements. We have the Patreon changes. We've already announced them, but we want to just go over them again. We're still taking feedback, etc., but the idea is that new Patreon stuff will be happening on the last day of September, so it's ready for the October. So look out for that happening. We're still going to be going over feedback, etc. So just bear that in mind. If you want to go check them out or whatever, do have a look. So any other announcements I've missed out?
What was that?
Someone's microwave is done?
It's like something's going on. Just a reminder, we do have a Facebook too. You guys are amazing. We got all the followers that we needed to get the Roll4It real fast. So thank you. And we've been seeing people follow throughout that. And did we talk about the update on Patreon already?
Yeah, I said that we've got a load of stuff going and we're changing it.
Yeah.
There's a public post up on the Patreon, so everyone can go look at our lineup of the new tiers.
Now, where we can probably compile that, but we're definitely going to be making changes from that. So thank you guys so much. That's why we wanted to give you guys a month to give us feedback before we made any drastic, crazy changes. So your feedback has been heard, where we know. So thank you guys.
Okay.
I think that's all I got.
In which case, we'll go over the normal support stuff, and then we'll go over what happened last time. Except maybe the time before that as well, because last time is going to be done with in character. So, If you want to support the show, the thing that makes the show possible mainly is Patreon, where you can get a load of cool stuff, and more cool stuff will be released on the Patreon soon. In fact, at the moment, we're adding loads more stuff to the Patreon coming in October, so there'll be a whole load of stuff, including, like, character sheets for NPCs and so on, and GM breakdowns of what an episode story arc was meant to be, after shows, and a load of other cool stuff, including, like, special shows that you can... effectively, we get like someone from the show to GM a special one-shot for people to come join in, and other things, and naming NPCs, and oh my god, there's so many new things. You should definitely check all the list out, and that makes it possible for us to put on a show. It makes it possible to pay some awesome guests and cast, and also to do these things. So without you, it wouldn't be possible. So you can also support us if you want to, by tipping or by bits if you prefer one-off, or you can do a Twitch subscription. And Twitch subscribers are going to get access to the Discord soon, so you can join in the community that way. I think that's another one that's going to take effect on like the 1st of October or just beforehand, depending on when we switch the system over. So...
I think we'll switch everything over on October 1st, but don't worry. I think a lot of people are really concerned. I think the biggest concern we've had is the $5 to $8 thing, and we know we're gonna take all that feedback in. So don't worry, guys. We're not gonna make any changes that you guys hate.
There's gonna be like some big meetings, and everything will be happy.
More meetings.
Right. So yeah, you can support us a number of different ways, and we really appreciate all the support and so on. It actually allows us to do the show. Okay, so what happened last time? Right.
Fill me in.
Well, I'm not going to fill you in about last week too much, because that's going to happen in character. But 2 weeks ago, oh god, what happened 2 weeks ago? So, it turned out that the rugby team had been spiked with both drinks and rugby shirts that turned them into trolls temporarily. They were only meant to wear them for a short period of time, it turns out. Some of them wore them for too long, went out for cheeky Nandos, turned into trolls. Barnaby ended up trying to stop them from eating babies. It didn't go oh so well. Imogen, Layla, and Robert had cottoned on and rushed into town on a bus. They jumped off the bus seeing trolls, like, smashing stuff up, in the nick of time to save a baby and Barnaby. Layla proceeded to beat them up. Rob started to stab them and make sure that their shirts got off. Imogen made sure that Barnaby took off his shirt. It was very important to her.
Yes, she did.
Oh yeah, I think that's actually on one of the compilations for the best moments of Roll4It.
You're welcome.
Yes! Like that he's like, it's not the right time, Imogen.
Didn't know he had such high standards.
That was all relatively successful. They managed to track down the company who supplied all the special drinks and shirts. Turned out it was a small witch's shop in town that provided, certain magical items. And that the person running it was actually the parent of the two boys, Ned and Brian. It looked like that she meant it in good faith and that she was just hoping the team would get a bit of a buff out of it. Sadly, it went on a bit too far and she ran away. It turned out that Imogen had decided, oh, look, we can get in the store and we can steal things. And she may have spotted...
the original plan.
Yeah, but plans change. And she spotted a book of Darkest Magic, which she was compelled, because of a combination of bad luck and kleptomania, to steal. At which point she managed to steal a very important dark arts book, and I don't think anyone else spotted that happening.
I couldn't read it. I could spot that she took it, but I didn't know what she did.
Yeah, everyone knows you took an evil-looking book, but you were like, this is going to really help us out.
Yeah, like no one knows.
Hellmouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it definitely has information that will help us stop evil magic.
Mm-hmm.
Because to stop your enemy, you must know your enemy.
Just become your enemy. Grown worst enemy.
So, last week, without going into too many details, both Barnaby and Robert headed off with two other girls from the school, Violet and... Oh my god, what was the other one's name? Violet and... I have their names over here somewhere.
I don't know, red shirt 1 and red shirt 2.
Their names are not thymine, adenine, cytosine, and guanine. That is something completely different. They headed off with a couple of girls whose name were Jeanette and Violet to a quiz called the Brain Olympics. It just so happened that stuff kind of went sideways, and Imogen and Layla would have heard a news report and some gossip around the school that, unfortunately, after a gas explosion at the Alexandria where it was taking place, it got called off. Also due to the death of both the host and the funding person who owned the actual, charity. So, not so good. We're going to join them, I think, on the Sunday evening, as both Barnaby and Robert are driven back up by Mr. Penrose, the librarian, in a minibus. And
after much questioning, probably, right?
A certain amount of questioning, but then again, you're just kids, and you were found in a lift after an explosion. They're probably going to be like, "Oh no, are you
with
okay?"
Swords.
There was only one sword. And a big knife.
Yeah, I'll be honest,
I just love that Jane pulls out a knife out of her leg, and she's like, it's nothing, and everyone's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they've probably been held for a little bit longer for questioning. You guys are fine.
Oh yeah, we didn't have the swords. It's fine.
Yeah, no.
That's right, because Josh's character had or Gabe had the sword and she had the knife. That's funny.
I had a mop.
They were protecting themselves from creepy bugs.
Plus, Barnaby is far too attractive to be held for questioning.
Well, Jane's a 4.
Well,
Jane's a 4, not a 3. Jane was more attractive.
Mm.
She also had a giant-ass knife, though.
Yeah, it balances out. So, Barnaby, Robert, both of you get back to the boarding house. It's about 6 p.m.
She's in chat. She's like, easy conceal.
You get back to the school about 6 p.m. Layla and Imogen are probably hanging out in the boarding house, waiting for you to get back after having heard of gas explosions and people dying, which sounds awfully like a normal weekend considering you're meant to leave the Hellmouth. You get back in. There do seem to be a number of people hanging out there waiting for you to come back, and as soon as you're through the door, you hear a sort of a cessation of muttering, and then a second later there's a "Way!"
I'm a bit bemused.
I bow.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
I'm
looking
standing back by
Why are
Imogen.
they
I'm like,
cheering?
they didn't even win.
Because we win.
No, I can't believe they had Barnaby go.
We didn't, though.
It's I don't know what the technical ruling was, but we definitely didn't lose.
Weren't there only 2
It's a
teams
way of putting it.
competing?
Pardon?
Weren't there only 2 teams competing?
I think there were other schools there. For some of it.
We didn't really get that far.
Oh, God.
Well, I don't know if you want to ask them stuff while they're in front of a ton of people.
Well, people have kind of gone back to their own thing now and just letting you be.
I really, really want to get a rest. Barnaby looks beaten up, to say the least. And there's a big red patch on the back of his head.
So what?
Yeah, I imagine I'm fairly similar.
Yeah, no, you should probably go do that. Sorry, I can't help.
You can help with this, though. And he gives you a Tupperware box.
What is that?
What's in the box?
Just give her a bug?
Inside the Tupperware box, you see probably like a fist-sized, glossy black beetle with 2 lines running from roughly near its, vaguely where its face is, backwards to the center of its carapace, which form into 1 line and then goes down the back. At the front,
That's
it's got some
disgusting,
big
Barnaby.
pincer-like incisors, which are just moving slightly, but they seem to be broken and seem to be flopping ever so slightly as it tries to use them. And it keeps butting its head against the side of the Tupperware trying to get out. Its many limbs
This
going...
is disgusting, Barnaby. If you're trying to give her some kind of weird affectionate gift, this is not the kind of gift a girl wants.
I know Imogen, and Imogen, you love this stuff.
She's
Plus-
literally just staring at it.
Look at
Shakes
her.
the box a little bit.
Layla,
Don't let
I
it
mean,
get near your head.
Right.
I think it'd be okay actually. Just don't let it out, and you might need it to help James. I hope.
How is that bug gonna help James?
Do you even know what this is?
I know what it does.
What does it do?
I might have to tell you later. And he looks about at various crowds of people.
So what happened? Clearly not a gas pipe.
No, it was a gas pipe.
Wait, what?
It was actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the source of the explosion overall. Looking around, but we should go somewhere else, though.
Okay.
you
5
not
hours
do
later,
anything for
when
either?
we are somewhere else. No, I'm just kidding.
Eventually, we duck into a corridor or walk to a slightly less open room. I'm like, it
go to
was a
Barnaby's
gas
room.
pipe.
With James in it.
Yeah.
All right.
How are we going to sneak in there? Well, I'm not opposed to it. I'm just saying.
This time of the day, I don't think anyone's really gonna care all that much. Like, you probably shouldn't, but I guess you're good enough at dodging around the house monitors that you're probably fine. So you head up, you go to Barnaby's room, you notice it is a little bit of a mess, and James is sitting on his bed. Hello, Barnaby. And he runs up
Hi,
and just gives you a
James.
massive hug, and then stops halfway through and goes, personal space.
No, it's fine. Bring it in, buddy.
Yay!
Imogen's gonna detour back to her room and like come back with the bug in one box and just like a second box of very magic supplies.
Okay.
She doesn't even ask, and she just like moves the rug out the way and starts drawing a circle on the ground.
Thank you.
You sit. No, not you.
Oh.
Barnaby or Rob. I don't know. Bobby.
Bobbert, do you want to...
Bobber, yeah. One of you sit in the circle. I'll make you feel slightly less naff.
I motioned for Barnaby too because I don't think I'm that injured really.
No, you were lucky you didn't
He's
take
like,
that much damage.
he's like, I am really good with a flamethrower.
I actually realize technically the spell just requires me to make a poultice, but she just gets him to sit in the middle of the circle anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, put on a show.
Bear in mind, by the way, that you have been injured for 24 hours, and you would have received medical treatment. So I will say that you'd have got your constitution back in hit points.
Hey, that's a whole 3 points.
Barnaby.
yeah.
It's like
Whole
me.
2 for me.
Okay,
As well as going on, I'm like, yes, so... I'll let you like...
Barnaby, do you sit
if
in the
he
circle?
if he starts doing all that.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's just chanting now.
Barnaby thinks about it, and he's like, okay, I guess, yeah, sure. We'll give it a go.
Anyway, she's gonna be chanting for like 30 minutes while the rest of
Oh,
you talk.
okay.
Right, well,
right.
that's going on then.
Oh,
This is not creepy at all.
yeah, Barnaby just
so yeah,
sits down,
the-
grabs a pad, and starts sketching.
I'm looking a little bit curiously at this whole thing. We're like, yeah, so it was a gas pipe. It's just the case of exactly why the gas pipe exploded.
So why did it explode?
It may have been us, but we had good reasons. It
We
was
know
the
it
only
may
way.
have been you. What happened?
Those
So-
Greater Rosewater kids are... I don't want to be mean, but, like, they have some sort of aggression problems. Like, they always wanted to win, and also, they are very dangerous.
How so? Wait, did they cause this?
Partly. They helped us blow up the top.
Wait, they helped you. You just said they caused it, and now they helped you?
Well, I mean, the explosion we all kind of caused, but they've got knives and stuff. They have rough schools.
You are not making any sense. You were just like, you exploded
was-
the building, and
There-
people had knives. Like, what
It was a
happened
traumatic
to make-
experience, Layla.
Yeah, but like, why? And you have a bug.
I
What
go
does
and-
the bug have to do with any of this?
I pick up the Tupperware box. I'm like, there were a lot of these. Like, too many.
Okay, so call an exterminator.
I think that's what they did.
I don't know if you really have like exterminators for magical bugs.
I knew you'd like it.
Okay. I grab the container with the bug. So what
I
does
mean,
it do?
whatever these are.
No, you said it. You can't take it back.
I'm like holding the container. I'm like, so what does it do?
It eats knowledge.
Yeah.
Or something.
Barnaby turns around and he's like, "You see that?"
I must have been really hungry. Like, after.
1 drama point. Also,
You
Robert,
handed that one to
having
me.
now somewhat accepted that magic is real, you're currently undergoing a personal crisis. So until that is resolved, you'll be taking a -1 on all tests.
Oh no. Damn it.
Also, I'm
Okay,
just-
so yeah, I'm like, yeah, so they latch onto the back of your head and then eat your brain, I think.
Oh, that's horrifying.
That sounds
There
unpleasant.
was a guy fell out of a lift, his head was sort of caved in, brain gone, sort of thing.
Gross.
You know that children's TV show presenter?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
wasn't
it was
he,
that
like,
guy.
presenting the thing.
Yeah,
Quiz?
he's super dead now.
Bruce Periwinkle.
Bruce
Oh,
Bruce
man.
Periwinkle.
That's too bad. Used to watch that show. Maybe. I don't know. Historically speaking, when I've been young enough. Anyway, I'm going to cast the spell. And actually see. Nope.
Well, if it,
Oh, so you can roll on the
Decent times,
failed spell
maybe.
table.
there's some way to get
This,
it.
yeah.
From
I do not succeed in the power level of the spell.
Even if you had, I was going to bad luck it to make it 1 less. So I don't need to, it's fine.
Just trying to help Barnaby.
Side effect
You might not-
table. Altruistic spell side effect table. Okay, can you roll me... Oh no, it's a 14, so it automatically is a 14, right? You don't roll separately, it's whatever it rolled. 14. The spell
I
affects
guess,
a wrong
not-
target. You decide the lucky recipient or object. If not applicable, a trivial effect is created as above.
Make it John. Oh no, it's my room.
Well,
Never mind.
so technically this one I produce like an actual potion that you drink or smear it on you.
Okay, then it can't really affect a difference, so it'll be a trivial effect. Yeah, right, so... Barnaby, what did you last eat?
Nando's.
No, it would probably be like Haribo on the way back in the bus.
Okay, so you drink the potion, and
Here,
there's a
drink up, you'll feel better.
small moment where you're like feeling a bit queasy, and then you feel like a small like bowling ball's being dropped into your stomach, and then it disappears. And you look back at the bottle, and inside the bottle are like 10 half-digested Haribo.
Hey, that's my lunch. What did you do?
I was supposed to help.
Oh,
Do you feel better?
I feel hungry.
No, I'll try again.
Oh god.
Okay,
gonna be
you
so
know you take a
evil.
-1 for trying to cast it. Is it -1 or -2 for trying to cast the same spell?
Oh, she's just gonna try again now. She just said she's gonna try again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll do it later. Maybe take a nap first.
Okay. Yeah, Barnaby just lies on his bed like, oh.
Okay, so you put the flask down.
Oh no.
He's like, do I?
No. James, no.
Oh.
Anyway, that bug, I thought, because it did brain stuff, could help James.
Yeah, maybe there's something. I mean, it takes people's knowledge. Maybe it can give knowledge somehow.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking. Not sure though. It might just make things worse.
Well, I don't know.
Imogen is watching
Never mind.
James consume the half-digested Haribo.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she's like, well, I don't think it, she was gonna say, like, I don't think it could get any worse. And then she just saw him eat that, and she's like, never mind.
Oh, dear.
Gross.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty. You basically just baby birded him.
Very
Oh.
nutritious.
Okay. So, anyone else got anything to do today?
Besides classes? Oh, wait, no, it's Saturday, right? Or Sunday. You said it's Sunday.
It's Sunday, yeah.
I've got a bug to research.
I'm going to be working on a particular new invention that I might be able to incorporate the scarab sand I now have into.
Yeah. What is
Somehow.
this thing that you're making?
Well, he won't know yet until he makes it.
Oh, okay. So you don't
He
even know
just
what you're
tinkers with random stuff, and half of them probably don't even work.
making. Okay.
He's trying to make semi-magical items right now, so it's a bit hit and miss.
Okay.
Okay, in which case, Imogen, if you can roll me your occult plus your library and your intelligence.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with Imogen and help with the...
Okay, yeah, you can roll that too then, Layla.
Okay.
I'm just trying to do math in my head suddenly, and
What were we rolling? Sorry.
Intelligence, occult plus library.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so intelligence...
I get 2 successes,
Okay.
What's
which is
the
pretty good
library?
considering I rolled a 2.
Library's a +2.
Plus 2. Okay. So... All right. So... 0 successes. Which I would not expect anyway.
Yeah, Layla spends most of the time actually just looking at the bug and flipping it over and watching the bug trying to get off its back. But Imogen, you manage to go through a little bit of information. You find out that these bugs tend to infest places of knowledge. You're not too sure about anything else about them just yet, but over the course of the next week, you'll make a couple more rolls.
Okay.
So if people want to do anything important before the school week and getting to the all-important day, which will be Friday, the basement club in Little Rosewater will be reopening.
Ooh.
I want to do a thing.
You want to do a thing? Okay.
A thing. I want to do a thing.
In which case, Layla, Imogen, Robert, all make me perception checks.
Ooh. Okay. Perception notice or just...
A perception notice, yeah.
Applied the -1, I got 3 successes.
Yeah. I got 5 successes.
Barnaby, make me a crime roll. Crime dex.
Oh, mine did not roll, so let me do that
He's
again.
like drama point.
I might have to.
Yeah.
Absolutely drama point.
Okay, so you get a 16. Right. Layla. I'm going to use my GM fiat because you get reoccurring nightmares. Both you and Imogen do. And I haven't really mentioned them until now. But for the purposes of this, you're kind of having this nightmare that involves your old watcher / biology teacher, Mr. Miller, standing over you, telling you that you failed a test and that your life is forfeit and he's about to drink your blood. And as his fangs go to touch your skin... Yeah, totally. That's a terrible nightmare. You wake up, kind of just shocked suddenly. You're not sure what it is. You go check sort of the window, maybe open it a crack for some air, and as you look outside, you notice Barnaby. It's got to be about 5, 6 a.m., like the sun is just about to come up, and Barnaby seems to be walking back towards the school. Seemingly fine. He looks to be... In fact, he doesn't look as injured as he was last night. He looks a lot better. Pretty much unblemished.
Okay.
He is sneaking, but you do manage to spot him with your amazing skills as a slayer.
I'm sleeping in bed and I like get up. I'm like, I'm like kind of just catch myself. And as I'm looking out the window, I notice Barnaby. Can I sneak out?
Sure. Yeah. Go for a crime dex roll.
All right, crime dex. So that's. Come on. It's been too long since I've been here. Okay, crime dex. I think that's a crime dex. I don't know if it actually rolled properly.
Your dex is definitely more than 3, right?
Yeah. Why?
What's your dex? Your crime's 4.
No. Hold on. I don't know why I rolled like that. Crime dex. Let's try again. I think the way that the thing was.
Yeah, there we go. That's your dex.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's 6 successes.
Yeah, like that's plenty. Even with the roll of the 1, provided you had the correct stats on there, that's plenty. You just shimmy down the drain pipe, and because you go straight down the drain pipe outside of your window, you're right down there. You can see Barnaby probably like 30 meters off.
I'm gonna kind of like yell for him. Just be like, Barnaby, psst. What are you doing out here? It's like 5 a.m.
I was meeting someone, obviously.
Meeting who?
Okay, so there's this really hot girl from Greater Rosewater. And we were meeting up.
Jane. No, just kidding. I'm like, what can I do to see if he's like lying to me or not?
So make a willpower plus... no, it'd be a perception plus
So bad.
influence. Whereas Barnaby, make a willpower plus influence.
So it's just really perception for me. 'Cause it's 4.
Okay.
So you have a high chance of actually doing pretty well with this. So I just have a 4 bonus.
Barnaby rolls a 10.
Oh
And
my
you roll a
god.
1. Layla,
Love it. Okay.
Layla, Barnaby is, oh my god, you are flabbergasted that he would even disclose such an important bit of secret gossip. Obviously, he's trying to keep this like as low to the ground as possible. You're actually quite charmed that he would tell you such a thing. Not many people confide in you.
Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry. I just didn't. So who is it?
The name's Jane. That's all I can, like... Please don't tell anyone that you saw me out here. That's... Please?
Sure. Our secret.
Thank you. You're awesome.
As I'm walking away, I turn around. I'm like, so you don't have a thing for Imogen?
Mm. Well, I mean, you know us lads. we get around a bit.
I don't think that's something you want to flaunt. Good night, Barnaby. And I walk away.
Noted. Thank you.
Layla walks away all of 5 steps before having to shimmy back up the drain pipe. But she does it elegantly with her 9 dex. Right.
Oh my gosh.
Meanwhile, next few days go by towards the opening of the club, the basement. Does anyone want to do anything in that time? Imogen, I assume you want to research the bug?
I think that's pretty much, I assume she can really only research one thing at a time, so that's what
Yeah.
I will put my effort into, because I don't really want to keep the brain-eating bug around longer than I have to. I'm also debating about whether or not to put it in the cage with John and see which one survives.
No! I will not allow this.
I will, because I know you're really, really good at research, allow you to just roll me just straight up like 4 dice. I don't really care about the result, just to check if you get any
4d10?
ones. Just 4d10. I just need to know if you get any ones. Other than that, I know you will get enough information.
All the D10s!
Okay, so you didn't get any ones, so the bug doesn't escape. Which would be fun. But instead you do find out, because I know that your stats are crazy high and you did roll a 10 in there, that this is what is known as an Amit Scarab. The Amit Scarabs were one of the smaller, lesser demons belonging to the Egyptian goddess Amit. Basically, they eat knowledge. They eat facts specifically. Not intelligence as a trait, but more like individual facts out of someone's head. They were responsible kind of for the burning down of the Library of Alexandria. There was an infestation there. They started to eat the knowledge that had been set down onto the papers and so on, and effectively a very small order of monks, kind of related to the Watchers, decided that they probably should purge them, and the best way to do that was to burn the library down, sadly. It did destroy the scarabs, but unfortunately it also destroyed the library. You do also know that the Alexandria that they went to for the opening of and the Brain Olympics did have a couple of statues from the Library of Alexandria, which is probably how the scarabs got there, you would surmise. And from what Barnaby and Robert tell you, it sounds like they were eating facts off the internet. And thus one had engorged itself by eating the internet. As you do.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really any more massive information about that. Oh, you would know that they are not well suited to wetter climates. They suffer in water, and also, like, fire does kill them eventually. So, gas main work.
And so they consume facts. Do I have any idea of, like, where do those facts end up? Or do they just, is that, like, their sustenance?
That's effectively their sustenance. They will consume the facts at someone's head until the person has no facts left, and then they will just eat the brain. And then they will just jump away and find someone else's brain. The idea being that their sustenance is effectively part of the nourishment that they get and sustains their demon form, while their sort of bodies, effectively the physical selves, are then sustained by the brain. And effectively the facts are then transferred along to emit. It might be possible, due to the amount of information you got, that you might be able to come up with some sort of ritual to reverse the flow, and that any one scarab that has digested that information might be able to regurgitate it into someone. But you're not sure, and it would also be very experimental, but you could certainly try that if you wanted to.
Oh, no, that's definitely something she wants to try. She's also going to open that totally not evil book to see if it's got any information about Amit in it.
Okay, in which case make me another roll. This time, instead of a +2 for your library, you can have a +3, because this book effectively counts as a lot more.
Okay, so knowledge, occultism, or sorry.
Intelligence, occultism, +3.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
Occultism, and then +3.
Yeah.
Yes, I will roll that. It's still 3 successes? 3 successes.
Nice.
It's not going to be enough to really come up with a ritual to reverse the flow, since that would be very experimental. You could spend a drama point if you wanted to do that, but you do find some miscellaneous information on Amit, in that effectively a destroyer god, if you go and you are found to be unworthy when your heart is balanced on the scales, that is effectively who would get to go, oh, look, I get to gobble you up.
Okay.
Made up of a number of different creatures. Varies amongst different eras of the Egyptian pantheon, because it did go through several changes, but generally a destroying presence, not a particularly good god in any sense.
I mean, it does eat those that are unworthy. One could argue. As a way of balancing the scales.
Unlike other gods in other pantheons that are seen as destruction is also part of renewal, Amit is not. Amit is just destruction. There is no renewal there. Amit is literally the waste bin of the Egyptian pantheon.
Cool. I think I'll spend the drama point to see if I can do the reversal ritual.
Okay, that gives you to 23, which is like a crazy amount. That's 6 successes?
Yeah.
Yeah, 23 is 6 successes.
Okay, in which case, yeah, you come up with a small ritual you could do to try and reverse the flow from the bug. You would effectively have to stick the bug on the back of someone's neck and try and keep it there, you know, duct tape, super glue, whatever would work. It can't actually bite because its pieces are broken, so you're fine in that regard. And then you would try and reverse the flow by letting it drink of the person's blood temporarily.
Cool. She's just gonna think about who she can convince to do this.
Okay.
So just keep it alive a bit longer.
Oh my gosh.
Sure. Right. Anything else you want to do in the next few days? I mean, Bob, I know you're working on something that'll be finished by Friday.
I'm probably going to gossip with Imogen about Barnaby's new girlfriend.
You come back and Imogen's just like poring over the book. She's like very hastily tries to hide the totally not evil book. under her pillow.
I've seen the book before. I guess like maybe you don't want to show me what you're looking at. So,
Oh yeah, I was just reading about the bug.
find anything new?
Actually, I might have found a way to maybe reverse it, but I need to find someone who's willing to try something a bit experimental.
What do you mean by experimental?
Well, it might involve the bug drinking your blood.
Who are you gonna get to do that?
I was thinking of asking Barnaby.
Speaking of Barnaby, you want to hear something?
What?
I found him sneaking around at 5 a.m. yesterday.
Traitor!
Just
on.
appears nearby
Why?
shouting, "Traitor!"
Apparently, you know that Jane girl from Greater Rosewater?
Oh my god, she's literally the prettiest girl I have ever seen.
Apparently, you know, they have a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I
Don't
told
say
you
anything,
you
though.
like me.
You know, I asked him about that. I feel like he still does like you.
But you can't, that's not how it works.
You know what his excuse was? That he gets around.
No, he
Who
doesn't.
says that?
He literally never dated anyone.
Yeah, I didn't really believe him, but he made it convincing enough. I don't know.
He's pretty suave. But I feel like him and Jane, I mean, I've only heard about her, but she's one of the smartest and prettiest people at Upper Rosewater. I had a friend who went there. You know, we knew each other in primary school, but I got in here and she didn't, and it's complicated. But anyway, so she showed me a picture of Jane one day, and Jane is literally the prettiest girl I've ever seen. So her and Barnaby, they'd be really cute together.
Then why would he want to keep it a secret?
Because he's an idiot.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know. Maybe he's embarrassed. She is from Upper Rosewater, you know. They're not really... People here, I don't know if you've noticed, but they get very, how should we say, uppity about... A bit snobby. They're a bit snobby about people that aren't from normal private schools.
I never understand this thing. You know, people are in school for, what, a few years of their lives? It's not like you're never going to see these people again, probably. Whatever.
I don't know. So he might be a bit of a snob about it. Maybe he's like, don't want people to know that I'm dating some poor girl.
That does actually sound like Barnaby.
Yeah.
But why is he sneaking out at 5 a.m.? I don't know. Anyways, so
Think
the
he
bug
was all the way
situation.
there.
How do you think you're going to convince him to do it?
How? I'm going to try and convince him that he lost a lot of knowledge while he was out there.
You're going to lie to him.
No, because he doesn't have a lot of knowledge. I'm just going to bend the truth a little.
Like he did to me. No, I'm just messing.
I mean, the buses don't run at 5 a.m, so how do you think he got there?
I mean, he'd have to have taken a cab or something, right?
Oh, he could definitely afford that. His parents are bloody loaded.
Have you met his parents before?
No, but they donate sports equipment every year.
Oh, okay. That's nice of them. It's kind of like my parents. They donate. Well, put it this way. I think the only reason why I'm here is because they donated money.
Wow. I guess that's lucky. It's a really good school despite the death rate.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping to avoid that whole death thing, but
Yeah, that doesn't seem possible when you're,
yeah,
good at things.
not by choice. Anyways, so I'm go over to John, take him out of his cage a little bit, feed him a little fly. So any traction on this situation?
Well, between James and the bug, I didn't really have time to get to John. Do you think John or the bug would win in a fight if I put them both in the... I'm not saying I'm going to. I'm just sort of.
I put John back in and I close it. I'm like, don't you even dare, Imogen. But
I promise.
I think the scarab would probably win. I mean, look at John.
That's what I was thinking. It was worth thinking about, though. Thought experiment. I'm still a bit bothered that they had Barnaby go instead of me last week.
I mean, he's really smart.
Yeah, I guess.
What I didn't understand is why they would send Barnaby.
No, that's what I was talking about, not Robert. Robert's incredibly smart. Robert's very, very smart. And if I could, I would steal all of his knowledge and I'd keep it. But that would be wrong.
Well, they had who else? Violet, and I think that is probably they needed him for the sports stuff.
Yeah, I don't know anything about sports.
Yeah. I don't know how well he did. Well, I don't know how well anybody did.
I don't think they actually did anything.
Wouldn't surprise me. Well, at least they're alive. That whole situation sounds horrible. Kind of sucks not being there to help them.
It followed them all the way there. It being, that thing under the school. Sort of.
Do you think there's more of them?
Yes. I think I read about that. Hopefully they're not like sinkholes where they just sort of cluster together.
Yeah, you should keep looking this up. Can I help at all? Can I bring you some coffee? Tea?
I think I'm good. I'd love a cuppa.
Okay. I go make her some tea, and that's kind of the end scene.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyone else want to do anything before Friday?
I would just visit. I want to talk. But yeah, Barnaby would just spend some time going and visiting Ned and the other one. Brian. Ned and Brian. There we go.
Okay. Their rooms also, I think their borders as well. No, their parent lives in town. So
I thought they were in hospital. That's why I was visiting them.
Oh, actually, yeah, considering the heal rate, they are probably still in hospital. It's only been a week, and they are definitely still in hospital.
Stabbed them real good.
Okay, so you go to the hospital in Greater Rosewater. You ask, and it's visiting hours, and eventually you do find them. You go into this ward where you can see two large blokes sitting in opposite beds at the far end. Both of whom are wrapped up in plaster casts, bandages. One of whom's got their legs sort of raised in a mechanical sling. Oh, hey, Barnaby, how you doing? Oh, I can't. He's got like a neck brace on as well. Over the other side, you can see Ned, a little bit more obviously since he doesn't have like a cast around half his face. Oh, yeah, hey, Barnaby.
Yeah. You look a little busted up.
Yeah, well, you should have seen the other guys. The accent is lasting from the trolls, by the way. Yeah.
Oh.
I know, they're so crazy.
Barnaby keeps his mouth shut about exactly who the other guys were. But he gives them updates about like the rugby team and I don't know, he probably brought them chocolates that they can't eat because they've got no usable arms or something. So he just like leaves it there.
Okay. They appreciate them. Yeah, thank you, Barnaby. Have you seen Jeanette?
I have.
Oh.
Did you?
She hasn't visited yet. I was hoping that, we were gonna go steady or something.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'll give her a poke and let her know.
No, Barnaby, it's totally me that's going to give her a poke.
Oh my god. You can't even use your finger. I don't know where I was going with that one.
No, just keep going.
Yeah, to you can't even lift your finger. Like I wouldn't think about that too hard.
You're
You might
so
hurt
depressing,
yourself.
Barnaby. You're so depressing.
Okay, well, you two lads get better soon, and I'll let the rugby team know that they'll be without you. You know, that was an epic win, but I guess we'll have to keep just winning normally until you two get back. Okay?
From the other side, Brian goes, yeah, don't lose too bad without us.
Okay, I'll try. And then he just leaves.
Okay, as you're leaving, you do notice two girls who are very familiar. Both went with you, actually, to London at the weekend. It's Jeanette and Violet. I actually haven't described them. Violet has, like, long, dark hair, very, very pale skin. She's kind of wearing her school uniform, since they're just coming after school, I assume, the same as you probably are. Jeanette is quite dark skinned, like kind of like a dark Mediterranean color. Big brown eyes. Her hair's kind of cut more short into like a bob. And they kind of see you and stop momentarily, and Violet kind of looks a little bit abashed. Hey, Barnaby, what are you doing here?
I'm visiting my mates. See, you are too.
Yeah. Mostly
Well,
Jeanette, but...
Why don't you go and visit the two lads? They'll keep their spirits up.
And she turns towards Jeanette, and Jeanette's like, yeah, I'll go in. It's fine. You can wait out here. And
I
Jeanette
mean, you
walks
don't
past
have
you.
to.
No, Violet kind of stands there and goes, to be honest, I can't really stand the rugby lads. I mean, maybe apart from yourself. The rest of them are just too... They troll too much, really. It's not appealing.
It's just japes. They're all right, really.
Yeah, fair enough. You going
Okay.
to basement later?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe we'll see who's about. You're going, are you?
Oh. Yeah, I was planning to.
She's
Oh.
like, if you're going.
Well, maybe I'll see you there then. So, it's nice to see that you've recovered from the whole Olympics thing. I'll catch you later.
Okay, bye. Okay, that would be the Thursday evening you went to see them. So the Friday rolls around if anyone wants to do anything special. Okay.
I mean, have I convinced Barnaby to be my victim? I mean, that's...
Let's be honest. I think you might have.
So Barnaby, I have a favor to ask. I wanted to try something, and it might be dangerous, but it also might help James.
Then count me in. You know, it's anything for James.
Also, you know, I was wondering, how much information did you lose while you were there?
I don't really know. I think I
Oh no, that's a bad sign.
yeah. Well, I couldn't remember Rob's name, and but now I remember Rob's name, so I don't really know how it works.
Right, yeah. No,
Walking
that's-
was also difficult.
It's a bit worrying. So she like grabs it out of the box and just duct tapes it to the back of his neck.
Hang on. Wait. Where does the duct tape go? Across my face?
I assume it's like right here. She tries to get under the chin.
Yeah,
Okay.
Barnaby, you feel
Right.
your air
He's
pipe
like,
being
"But my
slightly
hair."
constricted by
It's
tight
fine.
duct tape.
It's fine. Just relax, take a deep breath. Would you like me to roll my spellcasting?
Okay, so yeah, if you want to make a intelligence plus occult.
If it's a spell, it's will count.
Oh, sorry,
willpower.
will plus occult.
Plus sorcery.
Plus sorcery.
Everyone's already like hitting F for respect. They already think you're gonna die.
Oh dear.
2 successes, right?
Oh my god, let me just
It's
check
like
this.
1.
I'm pretty confident. Power level.
Look at Josh's face.
Okay.
Don't suppose you got
Barnaby.
any drama points to spare? Save my life.
Oh yeah, you do, don't you? You have.
I
to.
will spend a drama point.
So it's 22. That means she has 6 successes.
Okay.
6 successes.
Because
Jeez.
let me just tell you what the side effect was gonna be. The spell is completely reversed in effect. Instead of adding knowledge, it would give you a negative knowledge stat. You would have effectively have fed the bug. Okay, so Imogen with a 22.
There's a moment where Imogen's like, no, it's fine. Everything's fine.
And he's just like,
Oh.
6 successes.
Is anyone else here for this, or is this like in Imogen's room or whatever?
what I'm imagining is they're alone. And I was actually going to come
No,
visit
James
you after their thing.
James
Probably
there.
on the bed.
Okay.
Yeah, for a
Is there
moment.
meant to
Oh,
be a
James
bug
is
there?
watching.
Why are you duct taping a bug to Barnaby?
That's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay.
The buck did up, the babe. The day.
Let me try something different. Chance in a different language.
It's
My Egyptian's rusty.
Okay, Imogen, if you can roll me a 1d4.
I will get a 4.
Barnaby,
mm-hmm.
you gain 4 points of knowledge.
What?
For how long?
That's pretty good.
I don't even know where the knowledge stat is.
It's a skill. If you don't
I
have it, you
never
now
use
have
it.
4 points of skill and knowledge.
I now have a total of 5.
Oh my god, that's so good. I don't even know who the knowledge stat is. He's like,
You
I
might
never-
have better knowledge than me now.
Wow.
Yeah, it feels really strange. It feels like a cold ice is flowing through your brain temporarily, and then behind the front of ice as it pushes through your brain, you feel like almost like a small firework display going off as you suddenly realize all these new things, like these new facts just randomly spring to mind. Like looking at a mug reminds you of how pottery was invented in the early whatever period it was, and that it evolved, and that the China production in China was one of the reasons it was named China, and then the whole China trade, and then, oh, by the way, the opium trade. You just all these facts, like you don't get any more intelligent. You don't make all the connections or intuitive leaps of logic that you might do with a higher intelligence stat, but you know all these things.
I know a lot about China now.
Yeah, surprisingly.
I think I need to draw some cool stuff.
How permanent is this?
You have no idea.
Okay. How do
Also,
you feel?
as you do this, the bug turns to sand and runs down his collar.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. I could use it
Sand
for
down your shirt.
things. I didn't realize I could use sand for things before. There's an entire industry built on this.
You're right.
I like how he's just like focused on sand. Oh, are you gonna do sand art now?
Probably.
Glass blowing. How do you feel?
Mostly the same as before, except I need to reevaluate a few things, I think. Yeah, there are things I could do better in, like, almost every area of my life. I've been neglectful.
Barnaby,
Hi,
you're perfect as you are.
I appreciate that.
Oh, that's very
So
sweet.
sweet.
You're so kind.
Imogen just starts ripping the tape off.
I think I can help you, James. We're gonna try some stuff. I've got a few ideas now. More than a few.
All right, well, that was fascinating. I'm going to go write that information up and see you in class tomorrow.
I guess I'd need to go to class. That's a good idea. Still. Could skip class.
Okay. So Friday rolls around. I need Layla, Imogen to roll for your dreams to see if you have bad dreams and it reminds one for the entire day.
What do we roll for that?
I think it's a 1d10. I think it's on a roll of a 1 you suffer nightmares, is it?
Yeah.
It's just 1d10?
Yeah.
4.
2.
In which case, neither of you have bad dreams. You're okay. Right. Barnaby still has his knowledge. And you have to go to a few lessons. Layla, will you be playing hooky at all?
Actually, yes, and I'm going to convince Bobbert to as well. I'm going to be a bad influence to help him with his thing that he's making.
Okay. Am I still working on it at this point?
You have nearly finished it. You wouldn't have had a chance to do field tests or anything though.
All right.
Yeah, so we're chatting about it in the morning, I guess, over tea or something. And I'm like, see, it's almost done. All you need to do is test it. Why don't we go do that?
I'm like, well, we could, but I mean, I've got classes first. We've
It's
plenty of time in the
Friday.
evening.
You can catch up on classes. We should go test it out.
Well, just no rush. Gotta wait for the glass to cool.
Come on. You know you want to test that out. I know the perfect place.
I don't know what lessons we have today, but I'm like, but we've got, and then whatever.
You've got all the knowledge.
We're learning
for 4
about-
subjects.
I've got what my subjects are. I've got them written down.
Physics, biology, maths, and IT.
Computer, yeah. Science.
But there's important calculus stuff today.
Oh, you can study on that over the weekend. You know you're going to anyway.
But yeah, but I'd also like to be in the lesson to start with.
You're going to be fine.
I'm gonna get in trouble though if I do that. It's fine. Like, in the
You're
evening
not
we'll
gonna get in
go on
trouble.
patrol or something, and then I'll do a test run.
No, dude, just pretend no one will ever think that you're not sick. Just say that you're sick, and then no one will question it.
I mean, I've got a pretty good track record so far, so they'd probably believe me if I told them.
They'll totally believe you. Come on, we have to try it out.
Should I make like a willpower roll or something?
If you think that's something you do, sure. Normally it'd be willpower.
Go with
double.
that.
If you think she's made a good argument, you could call it a straight willpower roll.
Make it straight willpower.
Okay, willpower plus 1d10. You fail.
Fails. Like, oh, okay then.
Yes. All right, I guess we're gonna test
Play
out his
okay.
new toy.
Okay. So where are you planning to test it out?
I am thinking. So, what does it do exactly? Because then that will help me. Is this the
It's for
stake
detecting
thing, or-
magic. So I'm like, so how do we, like, are there places where there's just magic? I mean, I guess there's the basement.
Specifically, it won't detect just magic, it will detect any spells and so on. But for your version, it won't just detect demons, it will sort of see any ongoing spell effects or enchantments or areas where magic has been pushed or pulled, but it won't see any demons specifically.
Ooh, okay. Maybe we might need Imogen for this then as well. Maybe. Wait, could we do
guess
that
that's a
in the
good place
school
to start.
basement? we
Yeah,
know
you
that
could
there's
go look at the
magic on it.
Hellmouth and that would probably show up because it's basically an enchanted portal.
Okay. Well, we could go down into where the Hellmouth is and test it there. I mean, we know there's magic there.
Yeah, I guess. Does he get a momentary flash of, like, remembering what the Hellmouth looks like and nearly going mad?
Not that bad, not that bad. You'd have to specifically
Okay.
recall it and then try and focus on it for it to do anything, really. Yeah, photographic memory.
Yeah, I guess that's the best place to go.
Okay, so meet you down there at 1100?
I look at the clock like, yeah, I guess. checking my timetable, see what I'm missing.
Okay. You'll be missing biology, but you've only got a substitute teacher for that at the moment anyway, so... Yeah. Okay, so Layla and Bobbert both head down to the basement. Meanwhile, Imogen and Barnaby, you head to biology as normal. You get to biology, you all filter in. You're normally used to waiting a few minutes for your substitute to show up a bit late. There's a slight pause as you kind of realize that something's different about the classroom. All the shutters are closed. And as you realize this, in walks a very familiar sight. Short hair, small scar over one side of his cheek, wearing his lovely tweed waistcoat and lab coat, walks your original biology teacher, Mr. Miller. Hello today, class. We're going to be going through a few things. I'm sorry I've been away. I've been feeling a little bit ill, but I've managed to pop back to this one lesson. I notice we do have a few missing people. Mr. Davidson and Mrs. Smith.
They're very ill. It must be going around, sir.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I did check with the boarding house and neither of them are ill currently, so I'm afraid that'll have to be at least one after-school detention for missing class and another one for lying about it. So I'll make that 2 after-school detentions each.
Well, they have a note from the nurse.
Yes, I checked with the nurse as well.
No. Never mind. I'm going to telekinetically try and open the blinds.
Okay, I want you to make a perception roll first.
Okay. Notice and perception. That's a skill that I sort of have. 7, no successes.
Okay. You can open the blinds if you want, or you can try to.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Sure.
Oh shoot! I wrote them down. I wrote down how to do this.
That worked out perfect for you.
That I get no successes.
No, that E like had the freaking Mr. Miller come back whenever Bentham and I are not in class.
Of course.
Oh my god.
It's sorcery plus willpower.
Okay.
I think.
That's why you're so excited to get to Friday.
I always am.
Nice. Oh, that's ballin'.
I mean, that's 4 successes.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, so it looks like that as the blinds start to shimmer slightly and you tug on the cord, you notice the cord has been tied down to what appears to be like a nail that's being driven through. However, you just tug it quite hard and ting, the blinds start to go up. Noticing this, Mr. Miller shies back slightly. You can see, because you're looking for it, there is a slight trail of smoke coming off him as he backs out of the line of the sun as it streams through the classroom. He looks over towards you, knowing that you have this telekinetic power, having you used it specifically against his minions in the last fight. Quite some aplomb with the beam.
I did.
Miss Parker, up to the front, and the rest of you open your books to page 233.
Barnaby gets up and opens some windows.
I mean,
You can start
if
if you
I
want.
spend a drama point, can I open more of the blinds?
You can.
A
He's backed up
26 would
specifically into
be-
the corner, just like
I
where
know,
the
I know.
windows
She
are.
just wants to make a very clear statement.
Sure. With your drama
Yeah.
point, all the windows go, ting, 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 and all the blinds go up to the top.
Oh, weird.
Miss Parker,
Yes, sir. She comes up to the front. She would like to stand on front of the teacher's desk. So there's a desk between her and him.
okay.
Leaning over. Yes, sir.
How dumb do you think I am?
Not very, no.
Okay.
But I'm having
Do you have a
fun.
blocked
It's-
nose today?
Nice to have you back. Sorry, what?
Do you have a blocked nose?
Maybe. Why?
Because you seem to fail to notice that the gas taps in this classroom are faulty. And if I burst into
I-
flames...
We all do too.
Yeah.
But then you're dead, so that's nice. for everyone involved.
Yeah.
So don't go into sunlight, sir.
I was like, yeah, like Imogen gives a fuck. She's like, you're dead. It doesn't matter if I'm dead, but you're dead. Oh my god.
That's fair enough, Imogen. You make a very astute point.
I do.
Jeanette, can you just come to the front, please? Jeanette, who Barnaby and Robert spent some time with the last weekend, walks forwards. What is it, sir? Imogen and me were just having a discussion. Would you do me a favor and just step outside? Sure, sir? She walks outside. Closes the door. Okay, Imogen. If you want to go back to your seat and read with the rest of the class.
Oh no, you needed my help, sir. Would you like me to pass anything out?
Go get the Bunsen burners out.
He's gonna eat Jeanette.
Yes. She's gonna walk past the door how could she freak Jeanette out? No, she's gonna open the door. She's gonna walk past him and go to the door first and open the door. Sorry, he told you to come back in now.
Okay. And she starts walking back in. Mr. Miller sees you, doesn't stop you. That's fine. She goes and sits down at her chair.
Question.
Sure.
If the gas line is there and he's telling her to take the Bunsen burners out, this doesn't seem like a good idea together.
Well, it doesn't matter. The Bunsen burners will set off the gas anyway.
Yeah. It depends if Imogen is actually going to get the Bunsen burners out.
She hasn't gone yet.
Okay. At which point, Mr. Miller pulls up his lab coat just a little bit and moves very quickly towards the door and closes it out of the classroom.
Hey, look, free period.
He wasn't feeling very well, guys. We should probably go.
Imogen, I have an idea.
Sure, I mean, isn't there a substitute or something? Yeah, were we meant to be it, or do we... Don't we have to wait like 5 minutes or whatever, and there's a 5-minute rule. If the teacher don't come back, we can leave.
You know what I heard? That our substitute is in the classroom next door, right through the prep room between these two classrooms.
At which point the door reopens, and rushing back into his corner, because he can only stand in the corner of the classroom for so long, Mr. Miller enters and notices that you're standing there, Imogen, kind of rallying people round. Not making trouble there, are we, Imogen?
No, you left. I thought you said you weren't feeling well.
Oh, you must have misheard. I'm sorry. Yes, as a responsible student here, I'm glad that you took charge. Everything that happens during this lesson is your responsibility. Just
That doesn't
make sure you
seem
know
right or legally correct, sir.
Well, I thought you wanted to be a prefect, but very well.
Well, there's still a legal requirement for a teacher to take responsibility of their classroom. That's why we can't actually be teachers as we're students. It's a legal thing. I assumed you would have known that, sir.
Very good, Imogen. If you could sit down and actually read your book like I told you to.
I already read it.
Barnaby recites the book.
I was helping Barnaby with it earlier.
He looks down at his book like he's literally about to ask you to recite a passage. Barnaby, make me an intelligence plus knowledge roll.
Yeah! Maybe.
2 successes. You can recite a paragraph, which kind of cuts him off short, stealing his thunder. He looks over at you and goes, Barnaby, don't interrupt. Imogen, if you could read me... what are the 4 elements of DNA, the main proteins that go into making DNA?
Barnaby interrupts again.
Okay, make me an intelligence plus knowledge roll.
I'm going to flaunt
actually,
this.
But...
Oh, in science, that's just -5 off that then.
7, so you fail it.
But Barnaby interrupts with like
That's just
some
my
BS anyway.
Okay, what do you say then as your BS?
What was the question?
What are the 4 constituent components of DNA?
Oh, so there's like Bob, Larry, Fred, And
Amy just uses this moment to look over at the book while he's saying it.
and they're all
okay,
really
so
good
Barnaby,
friends.
you can have an after-school detention as well for interrupting. And Imogen, obviously you haven't been paying attention, so you can have an after-school as well.
Great.
I'm just
Uh,
power hungry.
Yeah. With the gas lines.
I assume, yeah.
Pardon?
I assume you're going to be there too, sir.
Oh, no, I'm not taking any more. I'm ill, sadly, so I can only be around so often.
Yeah, you look really rough.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit pale these days.
You would think being
Yeah.
out at night would be easier for you.
Must have been something I ate.
You look a bit hot under the collar. Collar?
Well then, we will definitely be here at that after-school detention.
Good. Shall we get to the lesson then?
Sure.
Barnaby has been putting the Bunsen burners onto the gas plugs and checking if he turns the Bunsen burners off, the gas stops coming through. Because using it like a plug. Does that work?
You can smell and listen, and because you're not really under pressure, no. You can still hear a
doesn't stop.
slight.
But putting the Bunsen burners on would make it a controlled gas.
If the gas was exiting through the area, it's not.
Mm.
It's not exiting through the tap end.
Ah.
Right. So, lesson?
Yes. Barnaby goes to the corner of the room that is the brightest, and he says, "Sir, could you help me with the thing over here?" And he looks in like the cupboards or whatever.
Imogen, go help Barnaby.
He didn't ask for my help. I don't think I can. Clearly, I haven't done the reading yet. And she's like pulling the book open and reading it. She's the worst student. Oh my god.
Imogen, help
And
Barnaby.
you're super snarky with him, especially because like you like hate him.
Would you like to help Barnaby, or are you refusing?
Well, will you go help him?
Imogen, if you could go see the school office.
I can, yes.
Okay. Barnaby, if you can go with her as well.
She does not go anywhere. I am physically capable of that activity. She's still reading her book.
The rest of the school, the rest of the class are kind of looking at you kind of weird, like something's going on here. Imogen is normally a little bit more nice and friendly to teachers than this, because she kind of tries hard. What is going on? Right. He just points at like 3 students off the back row. Can you pop to the school office for me? Thank you. And they all get up and a little bit confused. Walk up to him and he hands each of them a note and says, "Take that to the school office." They walk out. Okay. Now, if you can turn to page 336, we're going to learn about blood today. So, the constituent parts of blood consist of platelets, plasma, white cells, and red cells.
Oh, can Barnaby interrupt again?
What do you want to interrupt with? Sure.
Blood's made up of what the plates, the lasers, and the.
Excellent. I think I need to amend that message. Back in a second. And he heads out the classroom again. You see a small trail of smoke every time he's doing that, because he is actually taking 2 damage every time he does that.
Barnaby opens all of the windows
Sure.
while he's out and like props them open so they won't shut easily or something.
I mean, let's get the gas. I would assume at some point, as a room is filling with gas, we're all going to start getting lightheaded.
Yes. Slowly over the course of the
I would say
remaining 40
fixing
minutes,
the gas is
you
probably
do get slightly
a solid.
lightheaded. But no one comes back to the room. The bell goes to the end of the period.
Well, 3 of them are dead. Imogen sort of says and shrugs. She would like to. Does she have a free next period, or does she just have class next period?
Your next period would be 3, yes.
Free. Great. She's gonna actively take all of the blinds out of this room.
Okay,
she's
make
gonna
me a
doing?
Mr. Fix-It plus strength.
Yeah. Great. I'm gonna add 1 to this.
Yeah, I'm gonna help. Just in case.
Imogen just tries to can't reach it.
Fuck.
Barnaby helps over the course of the next hour.
Oh, we're probably in trouble with the office.
Yeah, you managed to pull most of the lines down.
That was so tense. What do we do?
That was surprisingly fun. But yeah, I'm pretty sure those 3 kids are dead.
We should go tell Layla.
Also, we should probably tell Robert so he can fix the gas line in this room.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Or we set the school on fire and then it won't be a problem anymore.
This actually does seem like a
Not
pretty
again.
good idea to you right now because
Not
you're all
again.
very light-handed.
Imogen like takes out a matchstick and is about to light it.
No,
No.
not yet.
No, not
Make
while I'm
that-
in the room.
I mean, cool, but later. After Layla does the...
I actually bluffed our lives.
You saved me, Imogen.
No, I didn't. I actually said that I was willing to die in a fiery explosion.
Oh. Well...
I don't know what came over me.
That was...
I really don't like him.
You have serious balls.
No,
That was
I
a
don't. That's not. You know biology now. I don't
But-
have those.
No, you're right. You're right. That's not true. You have serious ovaries.
Thank you. Yes,
You're
I
welcome. Wow.
Do. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I wonder how much skylighting we can put in this building.
I could put some holes in the walls. If he hides in that corner again. Big mirrors. Are there big mirrors?
Oh, I like that. What about like those black lights, right, with UV lighting? Does that do the same thing to vampires?
I mean, it's from the sun, so probably, right?
Let's get a bunch of black lights for a biology classroom.
Did Barnaby actually open the windows? Because wouldn't the gas go out?
Did you open the windows?
Yeah, I thought you
yes.
said he was opening the
Yeah,
windows.
in which case the gas is starting to dissipate. About this time, we'll be getting back to Layla and Robert in a second. Imogen, Barnaby, I assume over the course of this time, you will have needed to pop to the toilet at some point. Imogen, as you go to the nearby girls' bathroom, you notice that one of the stalls has the word Imogen carved into it, and is currently locked.
On me.
I'm gonna look under the door. I'm not gonna touch it.
You can see 5 pairs of shoes
5?
with feet still in them.
Yeah, that's an unusual number of shoes.
I think I know what's happening.
I mean, I assume that there are dead bodies in there. Does it smell like
I'm
blood?
pretty sure you pissed off Mr. Miller.
Oh, yeah.
You can smell a faint bit of iron now you think about it.
Well, I called it. She's gonna just like grab a paper towel and open the door.
Okay, so a bit of fiddling with the door lock, you manage to unlatch it, and you notice
How did
that
he lock it from the inside?
the outside door locks you can do them with a coin because they've got an override that you just like the little slot.
That's fair. It depends on the door.
Yeah, true. But as you open it, you notice that there are 5 people in there, all stapled together by what appears to be a metal rod of some kind that was being pushed through the chest of each of them in turn into the back wall.
Just a waste.
The first 2, the first 3 you recognize. The back 2, they look like students from your school, but you don't know them personally. The other 3 are the 3 that were sent out to go to the school office. And each of them has stapled to their hand with what appears to be like a normal office stapler, a small note. Each one has a single word written on it in black marker pen.
God, he went through a lot of fucking effort.
The first one
This
says...
is really inconvenient.
The first one, as you unclench the hand and unfurl the note, says, you. Second one, are. Third one, responsible. For...
No, I'm not. That's not even how this
this.
works. Imogen is angry. Her anger is directed at a specific individual. She's gonna figure out how to destroy him in a painful manner. This is her new plan.
Ooh, you used the black book in the last week, didn't you?
I did. I
need
did.
to make a willpower test. Just
Yeah,
willpower plus
doubled
1d10.
or just willpower?
Just willpower.
Great. 1 success.
Okay, nothing special happens. You feel very angry, but nothing outside of your normal range of emotions.
You don't want to bad luck me on this one.
Yeah, you know, go on. It's fun. It's fun. You've got bad luck 2, right? Is it 2?
I do. I
2.
do.
Okay, so I'll spend the first point here. I was trying to keep 1 point, but you've got 2. So, yeah, you fail instead. You temporarily gain the trait sadistic.
Yes, I do. Good. Imogen is ready.
Also, you are now in a personal crisis as well, in that you now have a bit of a back and forth with a teacher. You will be at -1 while you're in a personal crisis.
Yep.
FYI for chat, when personal crises are solved, they go back to normal, and whoever helped get them through the crisis and them themselves get drama points.
So Imogen, in that moment, she really wants to set fire to things now. But she didn't learn that spell yet.
Well, we can come back to you in a second if you want, because Layla and Robert are
yeah,
down below.
let's do that.
Okay.
She's standing in a bathroom with 5 impaled
And a
students.
slowly growing pool of blood, which is starting to slow down as, of course, hearts aren't beating, but they are propped up and nicely draining. Layla, Robert, you head down into the catacombs, the basement of the school. It smells...
I'm assuming I'm
deeply-
like helping carry some stuff. I don't know what this contraption looks like.
The piece of kit itself is actually pretty small, so
It's a weird
can
set
just
of
hold it.
glasses with like lenses
It
and
is.
stuff on the front, isn't it? That's like it.
yeah,
That's the
Oh,
sum total.
nice.
we can carry that fine.
Yeah, no problem then.
But as you head down, you can smell dust, old books, grit, the slight scent of burnt flesh. Oh, wait, that was you last time with the furnace. Beyond that, it smells effectively like the last time you came down here. You head towards the Hellmouth. You eventually get there without too much difficulty. And you notice the big steel... Well, it's not steel, but metal flat circle in the ground made up of 5 different segments, all with slightly different embossed runes and a ram's head.
Does everything look the same as well?
Yeah.
Pretty much? Okay. So I look at Bobbert and I'm like, so Bobby, how does this thing work?
Well, all you need to do is put them on, and I put them on looking at the Hellmouth. Do I see anything weird?
Make a perception plus notice roll.
All right.
You notice your
Weird.
brain's leaking out your ear.
With a -1 because of stuff, but that's still a 14. That's
Yeah.
3 successes.
You see a swirling riot of color, mostly in the kind of black and red end of the spectrum, but there are a lot of different colors flowing into and around this Hellmouth, but the majority of it is flowing out.
Ooh, cool.
And so I'm like, yeah, so you just put them up. Whoa.
Oh, are they
Okay.
working?
Yeah.
Oh,
Try
I
'em.
wanna see, I wanna see.
hand them over.
I put it on.
Make perception plus
Do I see
notice
the
roll.
same thing? Okay, perception plus what?
Notice.
Oh, perception plus notice. Okay. Oh, just 1 success.
You see like some shimmering forms of color, like they're vaguely like a heat haze of sparkles.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you do with this? Like, I see stuff.
You're supposed to be able to see magic. I don't know how it works. I just mixed in some of that weird scarab sand into glass to see if it would work.
So do you need more of that, or is this all you need?
I guess I could make more pairs of glasses if we wanted. Takes a while, though. It's a bit fiddly.
Doesn't sound like a terrible idea. Can you make them more fashionable? This is kind of clunky.
I mean, that wasn't really my main priority. I guess I could work on that next time. I take him back again and look again at the
you put them
the
over
helmet,
your
and now
other
it's
glasses, and I'm like,
yeah,
so
I'm
what
just
does that
wearing
make
2
you, like
pairs.
6 eyes?
I don't know, that or 8, I guess.
That or 8 is that what you said? Oh, you're
I
like
don't
a
know if it
spider.
multiplies or what.
You're like a spider.
But
Then
I'm looking. Yeah, but I'm looking at it like, so. This doesn't look healthy. Does it just do this all the time?
Does what do what all the time?
The whole energy flow out, scary, dark stuff.
I don't know.
I thought you were the expert on this.
Let's not use the word expert.
All right then.
When it comes
anyway,
to
I
punching
guess
things, maybe, but not so much that.
Okay, so if a punchable thing turns up, we'll be okay. I'll work on the whole understanding how any of this makes sense thing.
Yeah, I wonder if like the different colors mean something, or
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess if I wear these and look at things that we think might be magic, then I'll be able to tell.
Maybe you can have Imogen do like a couple different, I don't know. They always have like the different elements or something, and then see if they look different.
Yeah. I wander over to the furnace where we burned demons before and see if I can see anything there.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Let's walk over there. So we're gonna walk over to where we burned the demons.
Make a perception notice roll then.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So I have
Successes again?
I have, without the glasses, 4 successes.
4 successes for Layla. You see what appears to be a load of bits of ash and lumps of what you, knowing better, would maybe think were possibly demon bone. No one else would really know. Robert, you see faint traces on the furnace as if it itself is the recipient of some sort of spell. It looks like it's maybe been there a while. It's suffused into it like the very essence of the furnace, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything at the moment. It doesn't seem to be particularly active. It seems to be a minor thing.
You mean a while like a really long while or like a few weeks?
You wouldn't know. You don't really have a knowledge of spellcasting. You've only just started using the glasses. But it seems that the furnace itself has some sort of essence on it.
I take note of the color.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, so maybe
Kind
that's
of a
something to do
deep,
with...
burnt orange.
Right. Yeah, so I'm like, I guess maybe that is their color. Maybe I can use that.
Oh, you think it's specific to them? I'm gonna take
Yeah,
the
maybe.
glasses and I'm gonna put them on and I'm gonna look at it. I want to
Okay.
see. And I'll roll a perception notice. And it's 14, so 3 successes.
You see the exact same thing. You see a small sort of pattern along the furnace, which seems to be sort of deep burnt orange
And
in color.
that was different from what I saw earlier, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, okay, cool. Well, I guess that means they work.
Yeah, and I take them back, and I brought with me the magnetic control-y hand thing, part 1 of the Iron Man suit, and I try looking at that through it as well.
Okay. Looking at that, nothing.
Guess that makes sense.
So what's that?
Oh, this is the thing I made a couple weeks ago. I can sort of move magnetic things with it a bit. I gotta be careful though, it'll burn out if I try and use it on anything bigger than a coin.
That seems not useful.
Well, I was gonna, like, last time we were fighting Mr. Miller, I was gonna use it to take that armor off, but he ran away before I got a chance.
But you said you couldn't move anything bigger than a quarter. That
Well, I
armor's
can
done.
once.
Oh, I see. So it has like a charge, and it can only do one thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just trying to work out, because, I don't know, since I came to this school, some of the things I invent sometimes seem like they shouldn't make sense. Just thought I'd check.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, like science project out there. I made a car that runs on kind of sort of nothing.
That sounds awesome.
I'm proud of myself and all, but it doesn't add up.
What do you mean?
Well, the car can't run on nothing.
But it does.
Yeah.
Layla, as you say this, you notice a drop on top of Robert's head.
Oh, what is
Do
that?
I notice?
You don't notice it immediately because your hair's kind of in the way, but you notice it a little bit after, especially when Layla sort of looks up. You're like,
Yeah. What is that?
it's kind of slightly thick and it's red.
I'd step back immediately and look up.
It appears that there's a pipe goes along the top coming out of the skull and then curving, and it seems to have a small crack in it, which is now dripping blood.
Is that blood?
I think so.
Where's that going to?
I try and get a rough idea of where we are under the school.
Intelligence plus, I'm gonna say notice? To get your
Intelligence
spatial
plus?
awareness.
All right.
I think he hasn't memorized the school's map.
What's intelligence?
True, Robert has it memorized, but it's just placing himself and that at the same time, I guess, but I will give you a bonus then, because you've got it memorized,
Okay.
your photographic memory.
I will not have that part, but I can at least roll. Ooh.
Damn. Rob, you think
so
you're under the
5.
science area, possibly somewhere near the biology classroom? Layla, I don't know why you know this, but this is most definitely just you. Maybe your sheer knack as a slayer for intuitively knowing vaguely where you are when you're traveling underground in weird directions. You've just got a sixth sense of this. You're like, wait, we're directly under the girls' bathroom in the science end of the school.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Immediately go, Imogen and Barnaby, and I run.
Oh no, and I run after.
Okay,
Keeping
so
the glasses on
Layla's going to get
might
there
be
about
useful.
5 minutes earlier than you, because her movement speed is stupid.
Oh no, they're in trouble. Pew!
Layla,
I have intelligence and notice. I have a lot of notice, but not so much intelligence.
you sprint through the school like people diving out of your way. You're just a sheer moving bullet at this stage, and you skid to a hole out front of the bathroom where Barnaby's waiting.
Hey, Layla. What's up?
Oh my gosh. Where's Imogen?
Bathroom. We seriously need to talk about...
That's great. I'll talk to you in a moment. I open the door
But
and
it's...
don't let anyone in here. And then I close the door again.
Oh,
Imogen has like pulled out her knife that she has because she always has one and scratched her name off of the door and is like scrolling.
All I see is you with a knife, and I'm like, Imogen, stop. Put down the knife.
No,
Yes. What are you doing?
I'm making it clear that I am not responsible for the sadistic choices of some vampire.
By holding a knife? Put the knife down.
I'm fixing it so it doesn't have my name on the bloody door.
I come around and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you see 5 bodies skewered together with what appears to be a metal rod that's going through the back wall. A huge pool of congealing blood. All of the students having their necks lolled to the side. You can see that they've had their necks broken instantly. Kind of, you've recognized this. They don't look like they've been fed on. It looks like someone's making a point. You see each of their hands has a bit of paper stapled to it.
What happened?
Mr. Miller was in science class.
Wait, he was here? How? He can't go out during the day?
I don't know, apparently hoods work. She's like actively scratching her name off of the door using her knife.
What's your plan? We have to tell somebody.
Well, yes, but I don't particularly want my name to be on the door. And then after that, I'm going to rip his flesh from his very bones. Well, he's a vampire, so I'm pretty sure he'll survive that. And then I'm going to slowly set each of his limbs on fire.
Imogen! I like grabbed your shoulders. Take a deep breath. He'll pay for this.
I had to talk
We
back.
need to report this.
Oh, God, I might get kicked out of the school.
No. Okay, get rid of the
I
name.
guess.
Okay, once the name's scratched off, then we need to tell somebody. We need to tell them. I don't know. Or maybe we let someone else find them. I don't know.
Robert, you catch up to find Barnaby sitting out front looking now slightly concerned. Barnaby, you can just hear raised voices inside the bathroom.
But we need to get out of here if we're not reporting it.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Rob,
I come running up like, where are they?
In there. I don't. But they're shouting, so we're not allowed in. But maybe we should.
Layla's probably got it covered. Wait, what are they shouting?
At each other. I can't hear.
Something about a knife.
Right.
No, there was a knife thing though.
You can see that I'm currently wearing 3D glasses over my normal glasses and start
Cool
peering at the
double
door
glasses.
and looking around.
How about you go in there and see if they're all right, and I'll stop people from going in because there was a knife thing, and I don't. Also, Mr. Miller's back
He's what?
at school.
Where was he?
Go in. Go.
And
I can't
as
go
you're
in
going
there.
in, we're both going out.
Oh, so you bump into each other.
The door hits all of you in the face.
Bob, what are you doing?
I was
Can you not
wondering why
see-
you were
see with
shouting.
us?
Barnaby said there was a knife.
Shh. And then
Yeah,
I mean,
kind of like
Barnaby said.
I'm like huddling and ushering them to like move away from the door and get away from here.
So we're leaving now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll
Right.
happily be ushered in whatever direction.
And then if we can find a place to talk, then we'll fill them in on what happened.
Okay.
So
Do we at
That's
any point
disgusting.
pass that science project of mine, the car that goes forever?
Yeah, you have to pass back that on the way to the boarding house, and I guess it is.
I
almost
momentarily-
lunchtime,
I momentarily get distracted and start looking at that with the glasses. Do I see anything weird?
so make perception notice roll.
Ah, crap.
Doesn't appear to be anything
Stupid
magical about it.
-1, ruining everything.
That's gonna be rough.
Like-
I'm not looking forward to trying doing magic.
I am. More side effect tables, please. Okay. You head back to the boarding house. You can go to one of your rooms and stuff. That's fine.
I think we have to fix this.
You have to fix
Imogen
Mr. Miller.
doesn't even really listen to them or say anything. She sits on her bed and pulls out the book.
Well, what are we supposed to do? I mean, do you see, like, we tried fighting him last time. Didn't really work. He did run away.
Maybe we could. He's trying to get to me, right?
I think
Trying to
he's.
get to all of us.
Yeah, he's like with Imogen's name on a door. Then like that's making it pretty personal for all of us. Like
Maybe we can make a trap.
holy water on everyone at all times.
Well,
Water
I hope
dries.
you're doing that already.
No, I mean like a bottle of it. I'm not actually
We
an
do all
idiot
have
now.
one, and I pull out mine.
Yeah, I'm
Just
like,
keep it in a
all
pocket.
of us already have one. Like, I have a little perfume bottle. Imogen has one, like on her necklace or something, and then Bob has one in his pocket, and you're like the only one without it.
Yeah, I lift it up and I'm like, oh. And I start looking at that as well. Just everything. I'm like, oh, you can look at so many things now.
Wait, you haven't been carrying one around with you already?
No, it makes a really nasty bulge in the jacket, and then I don't look. I mean, there's already bulges because like. But anyway, I'll start. I mean, I guess I'll have to from now on. But like, how? Do you want to do something now?
No,
Yes.
we need to plan. You can't just. We're not going to be able to just take him out. He knows a
What?
lot about us too.
If we just plan, then there's going to be more kids dead.
If we don't plan, there's going to be more kids dead.
Robert, you might want to change some of the records in the systems to make it look like you were actually sick today.
Yeah, good idea.
For both of us.
Yeah, I'll
Barnaby.
sort that out then.
Gain a drone point for
On
your
the plus
bulges.
side,
My boss.
on the plus side, they never got the note to the office.
Oh,
Imogen is still actively looking for horrible things one can do to vampires.
Yeah.
What is the worst
joke is
punishment
not
for
funny.
a vampire?
Okay. If you want to make this a research thing, sure, go for it. It would be occult plus intelligence plus normal 2.
Barnaby will help.
3, 5, 8.
Can I do it with knowledge though,
No.
or is that?
But natural 20 will do. So you do learn about a lot of things that hurt vampires. I mean, holy waters, crosses, they all hurt. They don't really do a lot of killing. In theory, they could kill a vampire, but mostly they just do a long, slow bit of damage. However, the
Do
worst thing...
vampires experience pain?
Oh, yeah, no. Vampires, although they're tougher than people, they still experience pain in the normal way. They're just tougher and slightly better at ignoring it. But they completely have it normally. One of the worst things you could do to them would be to effectively take advantage of the fact that they can't be killed by most things, and they can still feel the damage. You do find historical reference to someone who was left effectively in a coffin, along with a load of flesh-eating bugs. In this example, they were demon bugs, and the vampire was then buried alive with the demon bugs, effectively eating the vampire while they regenerated over and over and over.
Sounds fun. Right.
There are a lot of things you can do, provided it doesn't involve fire, stake through the heart, so anything wooden, or anything holy, like symbol, water. Pretty much anything else will not kill a vampire, but will cause damage or pain. So, go nuts.
How about psychological damage?
They're pretty psychologically damaged already. I mean, they are demons inhabiting a person's body. They are... You can drive a demon crazy, or a person crazy and then turn them into a demon, which makes the demon even more twisted. There is a connection there, but...
There is this is Lauren trying not to metagame Buffy.
I will say you got a 10. There is one other thing you can do that would be even worse. If you return... You do find references to returning a soul to a vampire. And if you were to be able to do so, none of the information you've got so far allows you to do that, but it does reference it. Both the vampire would be then trapped, and the soul from the person would be back. And both of them would have to deal with the torment of A, the demon would effectively be there, experiencing everything but unable to really control the actions, and thus would be incredibly frustrated and humiliated to be effectively on the ride-along for now a human body. The human whose soul now possesses the body would still have all the memories of being a vampire and all the sick and twisted things that the vampire did. Both of whom would experience a lot of discomfort psychologically from that.
Excellent. So Imogen looks up at some point after a while and she's like, how do we want to hurt them?
Hurt who? Mr.
Miller.
Miller? I just want him to be dead. Get it over with.
No. No, he's got to suffer.
He did, like, feed on a bunch of our classmates.
He literally stabbed 3 people on a stupid pole in the bathroom. And then he wrote my name on the wall. And he's trying to convince me that somehow it's my fault for his
I just
actions.
don't want a chance
Not
of
a
him
child.
coming back.
I guess we just want him out of the picture.
No, I want him to suffer.
And
What do you have in mind?
Well,
What's the book
perpetual
say?
bugs eating him to death or returning his soul.
Wait, returning his soul. What does that mean?
It would be more the psychological kind, where he would know all the horrible things that he's done and then he would feel bad about it. You know, like punishing a child.
Wait, the demon or Mr. Miller?
Both.
So
I
wait,
say
you're
we
saying
do it.
there's a way to get Mr. Miller back?
I mean, he'd still be a vampire. but I feel bad about it all the time.
But then that doesn't really solve the problem because he's still a vampire.
Well, then let's go with
Would
the
he
bugs.
would he still do vampire-y things?
I don't know.
I would
If he
assume
did, then we
so.
could just kill him. But then he would have suffered already and it'd be worth it.
The killing bit should be the priority, I think.
I
Right,
agree.
you guys take care of that. I'm going to do some more research.
I'll go get the gear, and I hurry up to my room and get my stake thrower and bomb and knife and other things.
Okay.
On the way back, I hack into the school system and change the record so I was ill. And Layla
Make a
was ill.
computer check.
Computer, where is it? Take one away. Damn it.
Drama point? Drama?
Does not be enough unless you drama point it.
Oh, okay, I'll do it.
And that will make
Okay.
5 successes.
You change the record so that both yourself and Imogen were ill.
Sure. Layla.
Sorry, both you and Layla were ill. And sure. That's now on the record.
Yay.
I'll go
Barnaby,
back
did
to
you
the
pop
room
out?
with all the stuff.
Okay.
Pop out what?
To go get stuff, or are you still in the room?
Oh, no, Barnaby is gonna help with research.
Okay. In which case, Robert, when you popped out, you bump into Violet, who you remember from the trip. Robert, is it?
Oh, yeah, hi. I sort of look like I'm trying to go somewhere.
Sorry, am I keeping you? I just want to ask. I mean, don't want to interrupt.
What do you want?
I was just wondering if you guys and Barnaby were planning to go to the basement this evening.
I don't know. I mean, we could. Isn't that? Are we allowed there?
I hope you asked that in character.
Yeah, I say it in character.
It's not so much about allowed, so much as not dissuaded.
Right. Maybe I'll ask the others if they're
Because
around.
I really like it if we could all go and hang out. But sure, I mean, it's okay if you don't want to. I was. hoping that
I'll
you'd
see
bring
if I
Barnaby.
can bring him. I'll ask him. He might be okay.
Thank you so much, Robert. And she leans in and gives you a hug.
Right.
Which causes you to kind of drop half the random bits of equipment you're holding. Oh, sorry.
They'll be in a bag. They won't. I won't just be carrying around a
mag rifle.
railgun crossbow.
I see you're busy. I'll leave you. Hopefully, I'll see you, Barnaby, tonight.
He drops something,
Yeah,
and
maybe
in the
if we
bag,
can.
there's a little twang noise. I want
Oh
that.
no, and then it explodes.
Don't give him ideas.
And she heads off.
Well, I think Violet.
I pick up off the stuff and hurry off again.
Because she keeps asking about Barnaby if he's going to the basement.
Yeah, but she hugged him.
The hands were like
But she
high
was
up behind the
asking
shoulder
about
blades,
Barnaby.
not waist. Yeah, you get back to the room with Barnaby, Layla, and Imogen, all of whom are now going through their books.
Yeah, you get back in the room and we're all reading.
I'll shut the door and say, I got all the stuff. Look, and I pull out the railgun stake thrower, which I don't think I've had a proper chance to show yet. I showed briefly on the way to fighting the trolls.
I jump up and I
made this.
I put it down. I'm like, don't point that at anyone.
That's so cool.
I pointed it up. I'm fairly sensible with it. I'm like, yeah, it's got like magnets in it and stuff, and I show the special modified stakes that I've made.
Whoa!
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Can I have it?
If you're careful.
I'll be careful.
I'll
Barnaby
keep
picks
hold
up
of it now. When
this-
there's an emergency,
Okay.
we can. But
Mm-hmm.
I guess we
Mhm.
stick together. If he turns up, I'll probably give it someone else because I'm not good at shooting things.
Okay.
I also brought this, and I hold up the bomb, which I look like I'm not happy to have. I'm like, I shouldn't have made this,
I'll take it.
but it might be good. Yeah, sure, you have it. Please be careful.
Please.
Don't make any fires near it.
Of course not. It's like the napalm
He
bomb,
does not-
right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Perfect.
He doesn't look reassured at all.
Yeah.
She puts it in her pocket.
It's pretty much like a bag, like a plastic bag containing what is a sock covered in bitumen, inside of which is like petrol and diesel oil mixed with fertilizer. Like the idea being you can take it out, throw it, it'll stick to something, and then it will burn. It's not particularly inventive in terms of its technology, but it will work. Anyway, as you get down to some business, debate whether you're going to go clubbing later and do some makeovers, we're going to go to a break. We'll be back in about 8 minutes with the continuation of Roll4It. Use that time wisely. Go check there's no bodies in your bathroom. Go check out our Patreon. And we're back. So, have fun.
curtain call. Guess I want it all, anyway at all. Thought I missed it by waiting for the game respawn, for the lost and found, for the home alone, and for you to come home, you to come home. I let you in, it ain't a sin, with all these simulations. Should be fake smile, will take a while to get rid of. I'm sorry, no, we can't see the good that we had, Jenny. I'm waiting for the curtain call. Guess I want it all, anyway at all. Thought I missed it by waiting for the game respawn, for the lost and found, for the home alone, and for you to come home, you to come home. I let you in, it ain't a sin, with all these simulations. Should be fake smile, will take a while to get rid of. I'm sorry, no, we can't see the good that we had, Jenny. I won't let my feelings play a game. let you in. It ain't a sin with all these simulations. She'll be fake smile, will take a while to get rid of. I'm sorry, all we can see the good night we had, Jenny. I won't let my feelings play a game, so I might as well remove your name. Jenny, you will not stay the same, but I'll be This will be the end of treason as we know it. This will be the death of anger, 'cause we won't show it. It isn't safe for me, give this a meaning. Do you wanna feel the rush when somebody's listening? Everybody's getting closer to the earth, and someday I'll set you free, I promise. There's no time to lose, the world's closing in, and we're still here. We are alone, so what's the rush? Feeling like a dream. Could we be crying for tonight? We lost but never found. Fear is not around. We can curtain call. Guess I want it all, anyway at all. Thought I missed it by waiting for the game respawn, for the lost and found, for the home alone, and for you to come home, you to come home. I let you in, it ain't a sin, with all these simulations. Should we fix now, we'll take a while to get rid of what's all in all. We can't see the good that we had, Jenny.
Hello! Welcome back to Roll4It, where we're currently playing Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Layla the Vampire Slayer, your favorite YouTuber streamers, who are now all in the wrong boxes because of tech reasons. I'll switch them around in a second. We're now cosplaying the night out because the crew have decided that they are definitely going to take the chance to go to the opening of the basement and let some steam off. So, what y'all doing?
Well, I guess I don't know how we want to roleplay this because, like, I think your character was talked to by Violet, right? Robert.
Yeah. So I'll come in and relay that like Violet really wanted us to go.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
you're
muted,
muted.
Josh. Also, Lauren.
I clicked
You both talked.
unmute. I clicked mute somehow. What does she want us to go to?
Oh, you remember that club that we were talking about, Imogen? We were gonna go to it.
No, I remember talking about the basement though.
Oh yeah, which one was she talking about?
No, I mean the basement of the school.
No.
No, it's in the
club
basement.
is called the basement.
What?
I think it's in a basement. So they called it that. I guess so. Otherwise, it's a really weird name.
I think we should go. Barnaby slams the book. It's like, I don't get this. So maybe just take a quick rest. Then we kill all the vampires.
Well, I'm not settled on killing them.
Or torturing them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I don't.
Fine, I'll go to a stupid club. What do you even wear to a club?
I'll help you with that.
Barnaby and Robert are still sitting in the room awkwardly.
Yeah.
Well, obviously when the guys are gone.
I guess we'll leave them then for the moment and
Robert takes a hint.
back to our
Barnaby's
rooms.
still sitting there.
Barnaby, you have to leave.
Yeah, if we're gonna
Oh.
go, we gotta get ready. Which
I
means
mean, I can tell you whether your outfits look nice. If you need me to. I'll go.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that's not a bad idea. But then you just like give him the look like, no, leave. That's great. That's great.
Okay.
yeah, I'll
What, you guys
take
spend
most
time
of the
with
gear with me.
Jane?
I'll leave the bomb with Imogen because she wants it.
Does. I can't believe you gave her the bomb.
I don't want it.
Give
Very persuasive.
yeah, give the sadistic person the bomb.
But I don't know she is, so it's
I
just,
know. No, none of us do. All right, whenever the guys leave, I'm like, all right, so what do you have?
My uniform?
Anything else? I kind of like go through your clothes, and at some point, like basically a bunch of clothes end up everywhere, and I'm like, oh, here, put this on.
It's like a
no,
singing
no,
montage
that's not good.
involved.
Yeah, and then you end up in like a sweater with like it's like half cuff, and we can see your shoulder, a little necklace, and then put some makeup on you, and I fluff up your hair a little, and then I'm like, and maybe take these off.
No, they stay on.
Do you have contacts or something?
Those are expensive.
Everybody gets a montage. There we go.
I feel weird.
No, it goes over the there. Everyone,
This is Barnaby's room. And James is just clearly staring.
This is like,
there you go. I'll put a dress on.
Oh, I didn't realize you were here, James. We're going for a party. Do you want to come?
James is just watching you.
Barnaby, are you inviting me on a date?
Oh,
No, but we are going to go out and we're going to blow off some steam.
That sounds good. I like blowing.
Yes.
all right. That happened.
James gets on his, best going out chain, his most colourful shirt that he owns. Okay.
Let's and then I go grab Rob. Chastise
I'll
him for
come
what he's wearing.
too.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in my room,
outside
just
the
like,
room.
what are you supposed to? I don't know how this works. Oh, fine. I just grab a hoodie and put it on over my school shirt.
And tie.
And yeah, you got the tan underneath.
I take the tie off. I take the tie off.
Wow.
It's
Robert,
outside school hours. That's okay.
You're going
Robert, have
casual
a-
then.
get yourself a drama point. In fact, everyone can have a drama point for the lovely makeover.
Yay!
James gets a drama point.
Good, you might need that later.
Probably will know
Clearly
you
going into a super safe basement club.
Probably fine. Imogen is
No,
wearing her
hi.
glasses. Okay.
She
So-
is wearing her glasses. I tried to make her not.
We haven't had that moment yet.
dun, dun,
She like takes a
dun.
moment, sort of like looks in the mirror and puts them back on.
Right, so are you all meeting up at one of your dorms, or are you going to meet up outside or something?
I assume we'll meet in like the common room or something.
Yeah, something like that. Probably.
Okay, what time are you planning to head out at?
You know, what time do clubs open?
Yeah, I guess that's the question.
8.
And how long does it take to get into town?
Well, this is in Lesser Rosewater, so probably like 10 minutes.
So we meet at 8, because then we can be fashionably early. I assume fashionably late's like 9 p.m. I mean, she doesn't know how clubs work. It's like, I don't know.
I think we have to. I mean, if you want to get there early so you can get the lay of the land and feel comfortable there, then maybe. But from
I mean, you've been to clubs before, right?
well, yes, probably. I don't know if pubs count, but
No, they're spelt differently.
it's true. I know that now. I think for your first clubbing experience, we'll be there from the beginning to the end, and we'll just like chill out for a whole evening, and then next time we'll learn how to be fashionably late. Lesson 2 can be for another day.
Right. So we meet at 8 p.m. or 8:30.
I mean, if it opens at 8, we'll arrive there for 8.
Okay, so leave 7:30 or something like that.
Sure.
All right.
Looking very nice.
Thanks, Barnaby. You're not looking too bad yourself.
Cheers.
Okay.
It's a good,
Also, Rob.
good look.
But it's still the awkwardly
How
like,
does Imogen look
Can I
though?
wear my hoodie?
Do you love her outfit?
It's great.
Imogen like pulled
Uh,
Layla to the side. She's like, "Could I just wear a hoodie like Rob?"
No, you can't. Okay?
You're going to take your glasses off.
Is that a thing I should do? Layla tried to tell me to do the same thing as well.
Layla knows what's what, I
Like,
suppose.
fine. She's just like the hair swish, glasses off. Ugh. Everything's like weird and blurry. No, it's fine now.
well, yeah. Why would that seems like a bad idea? You're gonna like walk into things.
Oh, they're really low prescription. They're mostly for reading.
Okay then.
I kind of
I
feel
do
like
like
I need mine.
you need to burst into like impromptu like a Disney song for like this moment.
Yeah.
I feel like Imogen probably wears the glasses just because they make her look smarter, but they don't actually function to help her.
No, they're like 0.25 or something. They're just super low prescription and just for reading, but she wears them all the time to
Do
make
they
her
actually
feel
have lenses?
smart. I mean,
Okay, are you
Hard.
spending XP on attractiveness?
huh?
Are you spending XP on attractiveness? Okay, cool.
That's a waste of XP for him.
I beg your pardon.
Precious knowledge tab. She's
Okay,
not actually more attractive.
so
How big is the stake thrower? Can I hide it in a bag and bring it? Because I'm like, this vampire's about and I'm scared.
you could hide it in a bag. Whether they'd let you take a full-size bag with what is obviously a rifle into a club.
We'll get it in.
I am going to have like a purse with me with like some stakes in it and like a little bottle that looks like perfume, but it's actually not perfume.
Yeah, I hold up the
Okay.
bag and I'm like, will I be able to bring this in? I just thought it might be a good idea. I mean,
How do you think you're going to bring that in?
I don't know. How are we getting in the first place?
Oh,
Through
yeah.
the front door. It's really simple.
I put the bag down.
Do we need like IDs or something?
Depends on the
That'll be
club,
fine.
really.
All right.
We'll be right.
Still a -1 to all my spells. Maybe
Okay.
some of you should have an ID. Do any of you have an older sibling?
I have no siblings. Only child.
We could
Right.
forge one. I look at Barnaby.
I
You're
think
good
that's
at
gonna
drawing things.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's going to get
great.
you kicked out faster than it's going to get you in.
Hmm.
Well, how do you propose? we
Anyway, I'm
get-
gonna go put this back, and I go put the steak thrower back in my
Okay.
room.
No, it's fine. Bring it.
Did she say that? Because I'm like, well, I don't see. It's not gonna work.
Well, you don't know if you don't try.
I bring the 3D glasses though. They're in a
Okay.
pocket.
Do you bring the glove?
That's only like a little hand thing,
It's a
right?
hand
Or
glove
is
that
it
goes
just
to,
like
a battery in a pocket? Like, you can take that.
Yeah, I'll bring that.
Okay. Right. So you all ready to head out?
Yeah.
All prepared.
Okay.
I guess they think we're just going to get in, so.
You're not doing any pre-drink or anything? So,
you
Where
know
would
what
they
that
get
is?
alcohol?
You look so sad.
I'm disappointed in you. Okay,
Well, can
so
we get our hands on any? Because I feel like Layla would be the one who would bring it if that was the case.
can a bunch of 16/17-year-olds get their hands on alcohol in a small village in the UK?
Trust me, I've lived it.
Yes.
Actually, 4 of us here have lived it, haven't we? Yeah, there we go. In which case, Layla has a small bottle of gin?
Yeah, so I bring out like a little flask thing and I kind of pass it around.
Lug.
Yeah, I guess we all drink some. Like,
Rob gives into peer pressure. Wow. James is like.
I don't drink much.
Funny.
I taste it and I'm like,
Too many, and I take it back
Oh.
from James.
Oh no! Ow! 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 Ow!
Everyone's like, bad influence. She is, though. She would be.
So you head into town. It's not a particularly long walk, and it is a somewhat dry night. You notice the moon is nice overhead. It's not full or anything. Don't worry, it's not werewolf season. Kind of a clear night. Stars
Something we
sparkling.
should be worried about.
And
Totally not vampires. We're fine.
you pull up to what is a small set of stairs leading down below a load of shops, which are, of course, closed at this time of night. You can see there is light coming up from the stairs, and there's a small sign at the top that says the basement. One of the letters is kind of a little bit crooked, but it seems a somewhat reputable establishment for this small village. There is a bouncer standing on the door, a little ID card slotted into an armband on the upper of his bicep. He's kind of a bulky guy. Hello? You going in?
Yeah, mate.
You got ID?
Yeah.
Why do we need ID? I mean, we're clearly like
Barnaby and Imogen's gonna pull her hers out and she's gonna pull her ID out. She's gonna cast expectations fulfilled.
And you're holding 4 IDs for all 4 of you, right?
Yeah, I'll have all of them. It's power level 3, so let's Let's see if I can succeed in this. And I'm at a -1, but that's fine because normally I add 11 to spellcasting, so I only had 10. Is
3
Good
successes.
drama pointed.
3 successes.
Unless I -1 it.
Drama.
I'm not gonna. I'll let you. I'll save -1 for later. And so with that, he looks down.
Barnaby, you left your ID with me.
Cheers.
Yeah,
And I just
all seems in order. Go on in.
Nice.
You
So cool.
there, the
And
one with the funky
good.
hair. Leave that bottle outside.
What's outside?
You'll need to leave that bottle outside. No, bring that in.
Oh, they could see it? It was in my purse. How'd they know?
I assume you were swinging from it at some stage. And you've already started drinking.
Ah, damn it.
And you've got gin breath.
Okay. I guess I hand it to him because I don't know what I can do with it.
Thank you. He just puts it down behind him.
it's just water.
And with that, you head in. As you walk in, you notice that the entire basement down here appears to be redone with hardwood floor. There's a bar at one end. There's these little beams effectively holding up the roof, along with cross beams in some places. At one far end, there's a small disco booth with someone prepping some stuff. Lights overhead. It still seems relatively early, like they're still setting up, and they're not like fully expecting people to really turn up this early, but they technically are open at 8. And so you are there along with maybe 2 other people, both of whom are adults and kind of the adults you find who are like, I'm always going to go to the disco because my life is terrible and I will be there from opening till close. And they're already dancing individually alone.
I almost
Okay.
feel bad for them.
Yeah.
So, drink. And I'm going to walk over to the bar, I guess.
Okay. In which case, let me crack out some tunes. Oh, yeah. So, you head over to the bar. Barman looks over at you. Kind of a big bloke. Tattoos down both arms from his short shirt, which is kind of tight over him. Can I help you?
Yeah, nice tattoos.
Thanks. Like the air.
And I look back at my peeps and I'm like, what do you guys want?
I'll have a rum and coke, please.
Malibu and Coke.
It's like, gives a look of no idea.
And 2 more rum and cokes. I just ordered
Okay.
for him.
3 rum and cokes, a Malibu and Coke. These fake ideas keep getting better every year. All right. Fix you some drinks. Put some out in front of you.
Barnaby pays.
Oh,
I'll get this
okay.
round.
Thanks, Barnaby.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you very much.
I hold up my glass for cheers. And I'm like, to Mr. Miller. Crack his face. And then I take some.
Okay.
I take a sip.
Like
Oh,
2
yeah.
drinks each.
We get James one as well.
That is...
Or is that the responsible thing to do?
Um,
I
Do it
don't
anyway.
think that was the responsible thing.
it's all
Just
gone.
get him a Coke.
Yeah.
No, I want the weird tasting one.
You're driving. You're not allowed.
Okay. And so, over the course of the next hour, a few people start to show up. You notice a few people from school who will come over and say hello. Ned and Brian are both out of the hospital now, although looking somewhat worse for wear. They've decided to also come to the opening of the basement, since this is kind of the thing for a lot of people in the town. It's the only nightclub in Little Rosewater. And so both Ned and Brian pop in. They see Barnaby. Oh, hi Barnaby. How are you doing? We managed to get out the other day.
I can tell. So, enjoy the evening, I guess? And then he goes back to...
Yeah, Barnaby is like totally taking time with those nerds these days. Yeah, something's weird with him. and you hear that as you head away.
Brush him off.
Ooh.
Oh
Okay.
man.
Becoming a nerd.
I'm marking down his jock track right now.
Chalk track.
I'm keeping track of how his popularity is going. You also notice a few other people, none of whom you've really had much contact with. However, Violet does show up with Jeanette and a couple of the other girls later on. It's more like 8, actually more like 9 at this point. And she quickly pops over to Barnaby and the rest of you by default and goes, "Oh, hey, hey, Barnaby."
Yeah. How's it going?
Oh, not bad. Nice to see you here.
Nice to see you too.
And she kind of stands there for a little minute, twiddling her hair. I didn't have the long wig on today, so otherwise
Do I notice that she's totally flirting with him?
Oh yeah, you don't need to roll or anything. She is totally flirting.
I'm leaning over to Imogen. I'm like, oh my god, Violet is so into Barnaby right now.
I thought you had a thing for Jane.
I think
You also
but
notice
the-
that right now, not in school
doesn't
uniform,
like
that
him.
she is definitely an attractiveness of 3, maybe?
Well, this changes everything.
Layla, Rob, why don't we go get another drink over here at the bar?
Sure.
Yeah.
Bob, and
You don't have to.
we both put our arms around Bob, and he's like, walking with us.
Where
Yeah, I'm
is
looking at my
everyone
mostly full drink,
going?
still okay.
Why is everybody
James,
leaving
you can come with
Barnaby
us
with the
too.
strange girl?
James, come with us. There's a pretty boy over here.
But Barnaby... But,
She scoops him up and just sort of gently walks him.
okay. Barnaby, you're left with Violet.
Marvelous. He feels
Alright.
awkward for a bit, but
Imogen,
then
what?
he just starts to make conversation. So what did you do after the whole explosion thing?
Oh, we were trapped in our room for 4 hours or something, and then all the doors opened and we ran away.
You see any bugs?
Bugs?
Oh, there was a bug infestation. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Do you want a drink?
Sure. Actually, let's just dance. Do you like dancing?
Yeah, I can totally dance with you.
Cool. Okay, well, are you sure your friends are okay with you?
You notice her friends are off in the corner, kind of semicircled round, facing you guys, and they're kind of tittering and pointing.
They okay? I mean, you can
yeah.
hang out with them if you want.
They're totally fine.
Okay. Let's dance.
Okay, so you go and dance. Layla, Imogen, Bob, and James. You will see Barnaby and Violet getting down on the dance floor and boogieing away.
Awesome.
Imogen fights
Good
the-
job, Barnaby.
Meanwhile, James behind you is kind of...
I feel so bad for James.
I don't think bringing James was a good idea.
Yeah, don't feed him rum.
Yeah, every time he takes the run with rum, she just swaps it out for one.
Imogen,
yeah,
make a
drinking water.
perception notice check then. At -1 because of your crisis, and at -1 because you're slightly drunk.
Okay, well, 11, 2 successes.
Okay, let me roll something then. James is going to draw on point. Because it's totally something James would do. You do catch him with a couple of drinks. However, every time you replace it, he sneakily manages to swap it for another one nearby. Robert, strangely enough, you don't feel as drunk as everyone else.
He just keeps stealing rum.
Yeah, he does. Because Robert
I guess
doesn't
that
know to
works.
check his drink as much.
I just keep picking up like I swear it was emptier a second ago.
Imogen is going to scan the bar to see if there's another similarly attractive male that she can introduce James to.
Okay, make a notice perception check. -2, of course, because you got the drunkenness and you got the crisis.
I'm moderately inebriated. How dare you suggest that? Okay, what is my... Nope, that's not what I want to do. Notice perception... Oh, well, that's the thing I just said. Nope.
10 muscly men enter the room.
10.
No, Imogen, on a roll of a 1 with a total of a 4, you do not notice any remotely attractive guys. In fact, one of the people who's in here when you started, like he's a short, slightly dumpy, balding man, starts to come over and starts dancing in your direction, and you kind of spend the
You know
next
what?
like, 10 minutes
This
trying to
actually
avoid.
ties great into the whole thing. That she doesn't see any. it's like perfect.
It's just not what she's tuned for.
Though, as James does start drinking, he does seem to get happier.
It's not a good thing.
I like this drink, but I would like more.
No.
Is he?
And I will
Has he
have
been
more
drinking?
of Robert's.
What was that?
Nothing.
No, Robert.
I think he's been taking your drinks, Robert.
No.
Oh,
prove it.
I look at mine and it's like a completely different drink. And like, when did that happen?
You're supposed to be the smart one.
Well, I lift up the glass.
I'm gonna get water from the bartender and give it to James. Be like, drink this whole thing as fast as you can. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
You just walk everywhere. Meanwhile, on the dance floor, Barnaby, you've been dancing with Violet for a little while. At this point, she's just getting a little bit worn out and says, I'm just going to get a drink. I'll be back in a second. Do you want something?
No, I'm totally in it right now.
Okay. And she heads back towards the bar. Going past Imogen, Layla, and Robert, and James, she stops for a second and goes, hi. It's going great with Barnaby. Do you mind looking after my handbag? I need to find a place to put it down.
Sure.
And she like takes off her necklace, puts it in a handbag, and then gives it to you guys. I'm not getting in the way of anything, am I? I saw you guys.
No, you're fine. Fine. You go for it, girl.
Thank you. And she heads over to the bar, gets a couple of drinks, and heads back to Barnaby.
Why did she not take her handbag with her wallet in it to the bar?
She took some money out of the
Okay.
purse. Like, she would have taken like a $5 out and effectively like 2 drinks and then 20p left or whatever to give the barman.
2 drinks for a 5.
I forgot to get rid of a handbag earlier, but...
1997.
True. Okay. It's 1997.
20
She
years
gets, like
ago.
4 drinks or
No.
whatever.
Imogen, though, doesn't she have like klepto or something? Wouldn't she like?
Do you want to roll me a willpower doubled roll plus 1d10?
I'm just saying.
Yes.
I'm just
Because
saying.
it's not academic.
Yeah.
Like, magic books, she's got nothing against. Do you want me to subtract -2 to this?
I will say -1 because the drunkenness would reduce your inhibitions, but the crisis wouldn't mean you want to steal more stuff in this case. Yeah.
12. Okay. Yeah, it's not academic. It's like, it's boring. It's a handbag. Like,
Yeah.
there's no, unless she's like a genius. I don't want to steal anything from there. It won't help me in school. She definitely looks through it though.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's in the bag?
Make me a Dex plus crime roll then to look through it subtly. Of course, the -2.
Great. Then I will make a dex roll. No successes.
Aw.
Well, of course you can't fail looking through a handbag, but as you try and open it up, you spill its contents all over the floor as you're kind of drunk. Like a bit of lipstick, a small like compact mirror, pager, miscellaneous notes, a little like small book like a diary or something falls out. Like all this stuff just scatters everywhere.
Oh,
I'm
none of
gonna
that.
help you. I'm gonna help you put it back in there.
Oh my god, I'm such a klutz. Oh, I'm so sorry. Can't believe I knocked her bag off the chair by accident.
I just help her put
Nothing
it
in
back
there looks
Put everything in.
worth stealing.
Yeah. Do I notice anything that looks suspicious as I'm helping her?
Make like I guess like a occult plus intelligence roll.
Occult plus intelligence.
I mean, guess that's
So
to see anything that looks dodgy, suspicious, like demon on it.
11. So
2 successes. Yeah, no, nothing there looks suspicious, like unless you count her shade of makeup.
okay. Why?
Yeah,
Why
How
would her
dare
shade of
you wear like scarlet makeup? You're
That's very
flashing
judgmental
into
of
my-
I don't
Layla.
feel like Layla can judge because she's like a goth. So
Yeah, no, it's absolutely fine.
While they're distracted with that, I keep an eye on James. Has the glass in my hand turned into water yet? I'm waiting to just be like, oh, that's like as they pick it up and then just look over at him now holding a glass of water. James is gone.
No. You're holding the glass now. You're very aware of it. He hasn't tried to replace it, but he is getting very merry. He's got his arm around your shoulder now. It's like, Robert, I like you, but as a friend,
Okay, that's good.
you're not bad for a nerd.
That is a compliment, I suppose.
You're very short.
I look around at other people to like as a quick height comparison, like correct, I suppose.
And you're so blue.
Maybe not that one.
Your hoodie's blue.
Oh, that's blue, yeah. I am not blue.
And I'm really liking it tonight. It's nice.
Yeah, I can tell. Just don't get into any trouble.
Okay. Imogen and Layla, are you enjoying that too?
of course, James.
Yeah, I guess this is not as bad as I thought it might be.
Not sounding excited.
I think we need to go dance. And I'm just gonna kind of grab Rob and pull him out on the dance floor.
Oh.
I
Okay.
got dragged along like, we should probably keep an eye on James. I'm a little bit worried he's got to do something stupid.
I've got
So
to.
I'm-
they're gonna come with us too.
I have to hold on to her bag.
You can watch the bag or head on the dance floor. You can try and do both. It's up to you. If you want to stay, you can.
I'm gonna stay.
Okay. In which case, now that everyone's on the dance floor apart from Imogen,
Watching Layla.
if you can give me... give me Dex plus art plus attractiveness to see how well you dance.
Oh, Dex plus art.
Art was attractive.
Oh
I
my
think
god.
this is the best way to determine how well you
Right.
dance.
Dex plus art plus what?
Attractiveness.
Plus attractiveness.
I'm going to imagine that I get a -1 for this because of nerd.
Yeah, I think a nerd would apply, yeah.
So I'm rolling a whole D10 plus 1. I get a 2.
I roll a 1. Oh my god. Oh my, still not bad. 3 successes.
Okay. Oh, I should roll
Average.
for Violet, I guess, as well. Okay, so Barnaby, Layla, Violet, they all look pretty good at dancing. Like they're turning up on the dance floor. However, Rob is sitting there on his score of 2, doing the most awkward, poorly timed robot you have ever seen. Like, the movements are not even like that staccato, they're more like fluid. He's just like this.
It's kind of adorable.
Fully aware of how terrible this all is.
Yeah, after about 5 minutes, you just start going, big fish, little fish, cardboard box. Big fish, little fish, cardboard box. Just resorting
trying to hide
playing
in
to
it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hide behind other people.
Right. Is there anything else you'd like to
Imogen
do
is both
tonight?
enthralled and amused.
And the club is starting to fill up now at this stage. People are starting to flow in. You notice a lot more people from school. You even awkwardly notice like a couple of teachers who pretend not to notice you.
Yep.
I'm saying no. Which teachers that they are?
Okay, let me pull up the list of teachers.
Definite
it would
blackmail.
be your maths teacher, Ned Dewforth, and your computer science teacher, Felicia Khan.
Oh. Oh, what was it, the math teacher's name? Ned.
Dewforth.
Okay.
Imogen, because you're watching, you can make a perception plus notice roll.
But I'm kind of drunk.
A little bit.
So I took 2 off of that.
Yeah. In which case, 2 success, one success. You're kind of actually strangely focusing on Layla. Your eyes just keep being drawn to her dancing.
This is real good.
She is really good. And also, I guess, Violet. Violet does look very pretty tonight.
Good dancers.
Yep.
That's why Barnaby likes Violet. She's just like saying all of this to James. Yeah, no, I can really
I
see
like
why.
dancing too.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
they're really
Yeah.
good dancers.
I just wish the night could go on forever, because then we could do more dancing.
I don't think that's how dancing works.
Oh. But isn't that how dancing works?
You have to stop at some point, right?
Okay. Maybe we should get more drinks.
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
Oh.
We could just keep watching them.
That sounds good. I like watching Barnaby.
Yeah, no, I'll just pay attention to Violet and what they maybe I'll learn something about dancing.
Okay. After a little while, Barnaby, Violet comes back with a little, like, couple of plastic glasses of water and says, Barnaby, do you want to stop dancing for a bit? I'm just getting a bit tired.
Sure. That's fine. I would love to chat. I do need to check on my friend though.
Oh, okay.
I'll meet you back over by the bar in a minute.
Oh, sure. And she pops off to the girls.
Cool. And Barnaby goes over to Imogen.
She's like looking for Violet. Oh, hi, Barnaby.
Hey, so
Hi,
I
Barnaby.
know. Hey, James.
He's a bit drunk. Sorry.
No, not drunk. You're just multiplying.
You're fucking pissed, like you're drunk, James.
We'll look after him if we have to. Imogen.
Yeah.
I know you were a bit angry earlier. I
Yeah.
mean, you feeling better?
Yeah. Yeah, well there isn't anyone here I want to actively eviscerate, so sort of putting it on the down low till they show up.
They're showing up.
Well, I don't know. I didn't expect to see them today in class.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll be on the lookout.
Prepared with violence.
And he pats his pocket where the bulge is. And he's like, I've got it sorted.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
I mean, I've been dancing with Violet all evening. I was wondering if you wanted to dance
with
later?
Violet?
And then he's
No, I
like,
don't know you two were having.
two. But I could dance with both of them. That wouldn't be weird. You see him thinking.
I've got to watch her stuff. She asked. I don't. Girl code or something.
Okay. I'll watch her stuff because she wanted to like have a break from dancing. You can go dance if you want. Like Layla's just over there, and Rob and you, like just have a good time. I think you deserve it.
All right. You just her bag's right here. Don't let James get more drunk.
I won't.
So she like awkwardly goes over. She's like, "This how you dance? It's like this."
Who are you intending to dance with as you go over?
Definitely Layla.
Definitely Layla. Okay.
Layla and Rob, because she knows them.
Rob is kind of getting a little bit frozen out towards the edge of the dance floor now, although Layla is getting a small crowd of people dancing around her now. She's definitely becoming a bit more of the focal point. So as you
I'm
dance
gonna pull
in...
Rob in, so comparatively, I will look like a better dancer.
So altruistic.
You're a
Okay,
horrible
make me
person.
a Dex plus Art plus Attractiveness roll.
Great. So I'm at a -2, right?
Yes. Well, actually,
Cool.
no.
I'm gonna-
Drunkenness makes you a better dancer, to an extent.
So I can just roll at a -1.
Yeah.
Great. I will add 1 to my roll. I
Yeah.
have no attractiveness and no art.
I see that she's struggling to dance, and I go help her out.
Yeah, Layla comes over to you,
Commander
Imogen, and you feel very, very self-conscious right now.
I'm just shuffling about, trying not to get noticed. Like I'm not good at this.
Pulling him closer.
This is, why do you leave me alone?
Oh my goodness.
So now Imogen is awkwardly dancing.
Okay.
Yeah, we have kind
Imogen-
of like a little circle thing going on.
Imogen, Layla, and Robert are all awkwardly dancing together. Layla less awkwardly, just more awkwardly by comparison to her friends. And then Barnaby, as you're watching Violet's purse, Violet comes back over. Oh, hey, Barnaby.
Hey, I've got this. I hope you don't mind, but James will be sticking with us. He's a little bit drunk, so I mean, he'll probably just sit there and be quiet. But that all right? All right. Here's your purse.
Yeah, sure. Oh, thank you. Well, I'd better go soon. It was nice dancing with you, Barnaby.
It was cool dancing with you too. Is it late in the evening? Like, would
Probably
it be
more like nearly 11? Probably like 10 to 11-ish.
Okay. So it wouldn't be weird leaving at that time.
No.
Okay.
So, I'll be going.
Okay.
Soon.
Thanks for the dance. I had a lot of fun, so I
Okay,
guess
in
I'll
which
see you.
case, I will need you to roll. Because unfortunately, you do have what is it? Infatuation, love interest thing. Anytime love interest come past you.
Oh yeah, I have to roll willpower to decide head versus heart.
Okay, willpower.
Is that willpower doubled or is it just willpower?
It's just willpower.
Okay, so that's 2.
No, you stop paying attention to James, and your crush for Violet takes over.
I will go anywhere with no.
Within
Oh, you're going.
Yeah.
Well, allow me to escort you like the gentleman I am.
Okay. I'll see you later, James.
James, go and dance, maybe? You'd wear off some of that alcohol.
I.
My friends are all waiting. They're having a great time over there.
And with that, James heads off to your friends.
Yes.
You and Violet start heading off outside. Like, how close are you being with Violet now?
You know what? He's got his arm round hers. Like a true gentleman.
Like a true gentleman, you link arms with her, and you walk her to the bus stop, which is where she's getting a bus to go back to the boarding house this time of night. Because sensibly, she can't walk home in Great Rosewater, because that's very dangerous. A little Rosewater. You get to the bus stop. It's kind of pitch black. Moon's still kind of shining overhead. So, Barnaby, I had a fantastic time tonight.
Yeah, me too. I had a great time as well.
And she leans in like an inch.
Do I have to kiss you now, E?
Yes, you do, damn it.
Do it!
Kiss you now.
So Kay's wearing a wig.
Well, I mean, pucker up. E. Let's do this.
Okay, so do you lean in and kiss her?
Characters.
Okay.
Is there an art to like kissing?
Yeah, Barnaby, roll. I don't know. What would you roll for kissing?
Dex.
Dex.
And
That's
attractiveness.
only +3. Plus drunkenness.
And attractiveness and drunk. I don't know. Drunkenness probably give you a
Or
buff
could be
for anything.
acrobatics.
That's for later.
That's acrobatics and constitution.
Oh god. Oh no.
Okay.
What did you get?
This is the ERP portion.
There we go. I got one
success.
success.
It's an okay kiss.
9 is 1 success?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You get one success.
Yeah, you never roll 9s, so you wouldn't.
Most of your stats add up to more than 9, so it's never come up.
True. At which point, a bus pulls up behind her, and with a wink at you, she alights onto the bus without glancing back. Because she's a player.
Classy.
She didn't turn around? What?
Oh, yeah.
Do-dum, do-dum, do-dum.
Yeah, that's what's throbbing.
Oh no.
Definitely.
Barnaby, as you head back towards the club, it's getting towards midnight by this point. You took a few more minutes to actually leave, and then you had to go wait for the bus, etc. So it's probably getting towards midnight at this point. You notice the bouncer on the way in, nods to you. You way back in.
Cheers, man.
You notice your friends dancing on the dance floor with James, who I will make roll for dancing.
I'm just shuffling about and hiding behind other people.
He does a pretty good job of dancing.
Not bad.
Although it is obvious, Barnaby, as you come back in, that Rob is dancing awkwardly slightly to the side. However, Layla has definitely got the attention of a lot of the crowd, and Imogen is slightly closer than you'd normally expect.
To Layla.
Layla.
So, that must be a very exciting evening for Barnaby. He goes and dances with his
Gets
friends.
a cold shower. Okay, you dance with your friends for the remainder of the night, I assume?
Yeah, when you get back, we're like, oh, where's Violet?
She had to go. Go home.
Oh, okay. So early? Why?
You know, I didn't ask.
Yeah, as you check the time there, it's exactly midnight.
I guess it's getting pretty late. Should we be going? I don't know. Is there a curfew?
Yeah, you're definitely late back to the boarding house if you go back now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, late's late. Oh, I'd be
I mean,
fine.
we're already late. What does it matter?
Okay, so you keep dancing around in the night. Is anyone
At some point,
on the
I'll
call
like
or
slink
anything,
off
or
and
you
sit
just-
down.
Okay, you slink off and sit down. Okay, Robert, I need to make a perception notice check.
All right. There we go. Gotta take the one away. God damn it.
You're a bit drunk. It's quite nice. You're quite merry right now. It's quite a nice night actually, being able to socialize with people. Meanwhile, is anyone actually like on the pull or wanting to do anything specific tonight?
Oh, there should be one extra on that. It's not counted it. I think because I keep changing my notice up and down, the page isn't dealing with it well. And
So that should
there
be a
should be
9.
one more. Yes.
Okay, you go sit down. You have a glass of water. You check your watch. It's midnight.
I'm gonna turn
Is
into
that it?
pumpkin.
That's it. Like literally, you haven't spotted anything else.
Oh, I'm sat in the
like-
corner. At some point, though, I'm totally good. Like he's just invented them. At some point, he's gonna take out the glasses and like put them on and look around, just because he's bored.
Drunk goggles.
Drunk uncles, yeah.
Okay, make a perception notice check again.
There should be a +5. I don't know whether it'll count it properly. It did that time.
Yeah, you look around. Seems like there's maybe a baseline element of magic around here that's slightly fading. Like, you know, a lot of magic a long time ago or recently that's just fading off, but nothing seems to have changed. It's not focused on any one thing.
A little bit curious at that, but I don't think much of it.
So, anyone actually want to do anything specific tonight?
Barnaby would like to avoid drink as much as possible because he associates it with that one night at Nando's.
Fair enough, you have a lot of water.
And who wants a shot?
Imogen, Layla, do anything specific?
Probably not. She'll awkwardly try and leave the dancing knowing that she is not a dancer.
Okay. You go get water. No, it's been a good night.
Probably have to go to the bathroom, although now she's somewhat concerned about going into bathrooms.
You head to the bathroom, you check. No, there's
go into
no
the bathroom
names carved on
together.
doors. You're good.
Okay.
Can you all make me perception notice checks?
Thank goodness. I've been super tense this whole time.
Ah, balls.
You okay? 5 successes. Oh, do we get a negative to that or?
-1 for drinking alcohol.
Okay, so I was 16 instead. So I'm a 4 successes instead of 5.
Okay, so who got more than 1 success or 1 success?
I did.
Okay,
So just me.
Layla and Barnaby. Both of you over here. Actually, no, you don't over here. Sorry. Both of you walk past a clock as you're heading back in after getting some more water and getting some fresh air. And as you walk past the clock, you notice it's midday. It's midnight.
Does that signify something for me? Am I gonna like
Not really.
turn into a pumpkin? Not really. Okay. Cool.
Barnaby mentally checks his internal chronometer for when he kissed the girl compared to how much time has passed.
Yeah, how turned on is he still?
I mean, it's been about 2.5 hours, so you're probably fine.
Which is weird. Barnaby dances up to Layla like, yo,
Yo.
how long ago was it midnight? Because, like,
Midnight, like right now.
oh, when I got back, you know, like, however long, like an hour ago, it was midnight. So either the clocks are wrong. Like, how many clocks do we have?
I don't know. I didn't count, Barnaby. What's with you and the clocks now?
It's just really weird. And Barnaby just goes and checks a bunch of different clocks.
I'm guessing you're like dragging her along, and I'm like, okay, all the clocks say at the same time.
Yeah, they all say exactly the same time, midnight.
Which would be normal if it was an hour ago.
Also, if you didn't spend 10 minutes looking at different clocks.
Yeah.
Okay, has it been 10 minutes and it's still just saying midnight?
Yeah, like none of the second hands are moving or anything. Like all the clocks say
okay.
exactly midnight.
All right, that is a little weird. Maybe we're just drunk.
I've not... I mean, I had the rum, but, like, not really. I am drunk on something else.
What does that mean? Come on,
I
tell
don't know
me,
whether I should tell
Barnaby.
you this.
And I put my lean on you. Also, because I'm kind of can't stabilize myself.
You know, when with the bus, she went to the bus and we...
Did you kiss Violet?
Maybe.
Wait, aren't you dating Jane? You fucking player.
No,
and
I mean, yes.
No, wait, yes.
You can have a drum point for that one.
Okay. I mean, it was just in the moment, you know? The clocks thing, so much more important than this.
Right. Clocks. You're gonna... Anyways. So I don't know what to do with the clocks.
How about we get the others?
Yeah, maybe Imogen...
You get the others. I'll ask the barman. And he's like, hey, barman.
I'm gonna go find Imogen
What's the time?
and Rob.
Hey, that's funny. I thought my shift was near. It's midnight.
Yeah, how much longer are you going to be here?
I mean, I could have sworn we should be closing up soon.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Yeah,
Maybe you should just get everyone out or something?
Watch might
Been
have
ages.
stopped. Yeah, we'll probably start wrapping up soon anyway. I mean, I guess my watch has just died. Yeah, sorry, did you want a drink or something?
Sure. Can I have...
Rum and Coke, wasn't it?
No... Do you have any J2Os?
Yeah, sure.
I want the raspberry one.
Alright. It hands you a raspberry J2O.
Oh, I remember J2. You get so hyper on them because they're just pure sugar.
Okay. About a second later, he pops up from behind the bar, shouts over to the doorman, who pops his head in. What time you got? Midnight? Do you want to start getting people out of here? Yeah, okay. Alright, everyone. Closing up now. Last orders, and then get yourself out.
While that was before that happened exactly, I'm already going and talking to Imogen and Robert. So, hey, so there's a weird thing going on, and all of the clocks are stuck at midnight.
What?
The
I
clocks.
look at my watch. I assume I have a watch.
Yeah, it's midnight.
Yeah.
I look at it. I imagine it says midnight.
Yeah, it's midnight.
I
Do you
try
know
tapping on it.
Like that would happen with that, Imogen?
Are you saying I did something?
No, I'm just saying.
I mean, I think there are spells that can like get you stuck in a time loop or something.
Ooh, Bob. And I lean on him. I'm like, put the glasses on and tell us if the clocks are magical.
Okay. I try putting the glasses on and start looking around.
Perception, let's check.
Imogen's gonna use her sight with her 3 perception.
1 success.
1 success.
No, clocks are just clocks.
They look fine.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's like the second hand not moving on any of them. It's
No.
just pointing straight at
Completely
midnight.
still. It is midnight. Exactly.
Like, yeah, that's definitely weird.
Give me a second. Can I assume Imogen also has a wristwatch?
Sure. It's midnight. Exactly.
She's gonna go outside and see if like the second hand starts moving again.
It's midnight. Exactly.
Is there like a town clock anywhere?
Yeah, like on the town hall in the middle of Little Rosewater. You can pop over and have a look at that if you want.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll be right back to the doorman. My friends are still
Well,
inside.
we're not letting anyone else in. It's only outs only now, but they'll have to be out in a minute anyway. We're closing.
Yeah. Yeah. She might grab Layla because she knows it's a dumb idea to walk by herself
Okay.
out downtown at night. Let's go check the rest of it. Like, there's a town clock. Let's see if it's like the bar or the town.
Okay. We should get Barnaby. Also, he went over there.
Well, if we have Barnaby, we should probably have Rob too. And
Rob's
James.
with us. He's standing
Oh,
right
where's
next to me.
James?
Oh shit. Is James near us? Can we see him?
Yeah, I'm here. What do you want?
We're
Going
for a
on an
walk.
adventure, James.
I like the sound of the adventure one more. I'm going with Layla.
All right, so we're grabbing everybody and we're gonna go.
Okay. I mean, it's literally like a minute to the town clock because it's not a particularly large town.
Okay.
You get there and stuck at midnight.
So is that the town or everywhere?
Do we have a way of contacting anyone outside of town?
I look at Barnaby because he has a pager.
Could use like a phone booth.
Oh yeah, that's true. The police booths.
He dials the talking clock.
That's right. That's a thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you go to a phone booth and you dial the talking clock. On the tone, the time will be 12:00 a.m. precisely. Beep.
Ow, ow. It is now exactly midnight, forever according to
Put in
this.
another quarter, or your call will be disconnected. Beep.
Oh, sure, that can track time. This.
Thank you.
End mime. You're welcome. The talking clock says it's midnight and no other time.
So, well, does like, I mean, Imogen doesn't really know what the stars are supposed to look like. Robert, does the sky look different?
I try looking up at the sky. I don't
Like,
know if
have
I would know
you-
enough about.
Make a science plus deception check.
All right.
I want to do this too.
That's 2 successes.
Ooh, 1 success.
Layla, there's something you can't put your finger on, but something does look a bit odd for this time of night. Robert,
It does look weird. I don't know what it is.
the moon is exactly where it should be for midnight, but you're swearing it's past midnight. Like, you have felt time pass. You've checked the clock, and 3 hours later, you've checked the clock again. The moon is still where it was.
I'm like, yeah, that's not where it should be, or I guess where it should be because it's midnight, but it shouldn't be midnight and the moon shouldn't be there. That might mean it's everywhere, or weird stopped and everything else isn't.
What would do that?
Check.
Nothing good.
There's no way to check the internet without a computer.
All make perception notice checks. -1 for
Probably
your
s-
drunkenness, -1 for the darkness, and -1 if you happen to have a crisis going on.
Great.
Oh, jeez.
All right. So I'm just gonna roll and say -1.
Yeah, same. I got 12.
Despite all that, I still got 2 successes.
I got none.
And I was going to spend a drama point to get a clue, but
3 successes.
could I just apply that to this and just do like
This is
Hawkeye's
separate from
Barnaby?
a clue, but you could.
Okay.
I mean, how many successes? You got 2 successes. Layla got 3. Rob, you got. Rob?
Rob got
Oh,
2.
I got 2.
Okay, so everyone apart from Imogen notices a guy standing back from you by about 50 meters or so in the town square, kind of at the limits, wearing a kind of a bright orange striped brown shirt and a sort of a big gold chain, long sideburns. Look up at the clock and go, "Hey, would you look at that? This is going to be interesting."
Imogen is still staring at the moon.
Is that Greg?
Talk to you later, Slayer. We'll be back. And he starts looking away.
I'm gonna book it. Who is that?
Roll perception plus. No, oh no, I'll count it as the last roll. Yeah, that's definitely a vampire. You can tell by the fashion sense.
Okay. I am going to chase said vampire.
Okay,
I'm
make me
taking
a
off my
dex
heels.
acrobatics.
I'm gonna take my heels off and I'm gonna chase them. And what I want to do is throw my heel at them, stake through the hearts.
Okay, in which case, make me a dex plus acrobatics at -2 because your first action is to take off your heels. But you can do
Okay.
your combined actions at -2.
So I have to do dex plus acrobatics -2.
Yeah.
Okay. Subtract
Plus
2.
fashion.
14 -2 is 12. So that's 2 successes to take off my
Why she
shoes.
doesn't know that a 9 is 1 success. Because she literally can't fail something.
Just when it comes to dex and
Okay, so yeah, you manage to chase, but unfortunately he starts to get further and further away. He's starting to pull ahead of you. If you could do the same again, but no more -2 because you've taken your shoes off now.
okay.
Unfortunately, he
50.
still seems to be making more and more ground away
I'll
from you as
use-
you race him.
I'm gonna use a drama point.
Okay, so with 25, how many successes does that give you?
25 is 7 successes. I don't know because 20. It only
Yeah.
goes up to 23.
Oh, in which case I have the expanded table here. Let me.
Okay, it's 7 then. It's just above 6.
I think it'd be 7.
7. Okay, in which case that would make it enough to catch him. Effectively, you got -1 from the first one because he got more than you, and then you got +7, which makes it 6, which is above 5. So you catch him. Layla, you catch up to the vampire running away ahead of you, who's starting to go. Hey, you're a little bit faster than I thought. Make an attack roll with a shoe.
Okay.
I will say that this will be a -2 thrown weapon attack
Okay.
because -1 for a thrown and -1 for a shoe.
12, which is 2 successes.
Also -1 for drunk. So 11.
So 11.
Unless you draw point that's not enough to hit.
I want to because I really want the shoe to the heart thing to happen.
Okay.
Because
Oh, if it's to the heart as well.
pretty
so the heart
dramatic.
is a -3 as well. So effectively that's like that's an 8
Well,
currently.
I already did the -3.
Oh, okay,
It's
cool.
already in my roll.
In which case,
Don't
yeah,
freaking
that's
try to make
11.
me
If you
lose.
if you draw point it will go to the heart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I'm drama pointing it.
You pull back and hurl one of your shoes. It spins round, and the very thin pointed stiletto heel, which has wood surrounding the steel core, through his back. Aye, that's a kick in the chest. And it expands into a small puff of dust before collapsing on the ground with your shoe clattering to the cobbles.
And I'm catching my breath now.
Okay, and I assume you get your shoe back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get my shoe back.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look at the shoe and be like, well, that turned out to be more useful than I thought it was going to be.
At this point, Imogen, Barnaby, and Robert catch up to you.
Okay.
Oh, you got him. Guess that's 1 down and however many more are left. Did he have something to do with it then?
We'll never know now. Layla, drinking makes for poor decision making. Layla,
What? He's a vampire.
She's not wrong. But if we tortured him, we could have got more information.
Next one.
okay, you're really into this torture thing, Imogen. It's starting to get weird.
You know, I was reading this fairy tale about, it was like the original version of Snow White and the red slippers. And they just like heated the slippers on coals to torture the queen and then put them on her feet and made her dance through the snow.
That doesn't sound...
I like the new one better.
Me too, James.
It just might be a good way to get information from a vampire.
Barbie, I'm scared. And James saddles up to you and puts his hand around you.
Like, that seems a bit convoluted, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we just cut their feet off.
Maybe we leave their
It'd
feet-
stop them running away.
Yeah. Well, if the vampires were surprised by it, it means they didn't do the magic. It means someone else did. It has to be magic. I don't know anything else that could literally stop time.
But you said with your goggles that it wasn't magical.
I might be drunk.
Maybe I try putting the glasses back on again and just looking around, just like in the sky and stuff, just to see if there's like a pillar of light or something.
Perception notice. With your -2.
Looking around like, I mean, I didn't see anything before.
Still don't get
13. 3 successes.
You know, it's nothing magical.
I'm still not seeing anything.
4 successes. I'm just looking around. Do I see anything else? Any other of this guy's friends?
No. Although you see a lot of people who seem confused walking around town, like looking at their watches and tapping them. A few people looking up at the clock tower. You see a few
Maybe
like,
we should...
school kids from your school who managed to just go on a night out and like discussing like, should we be going back or...
I'm gonna spend the drama point for a clue.
Yeah, that makes sense. It actually makes sense too, because like you were the one who saw the clocks to begin with.
In which case, let me think about how to give you a clue for this one. Oh, she's so tough. You remember hearing a very faint, almost whispered, as you wish, about midnight.
Where was I about actual midnight?
You're at the train, dropping a Violet.
The problem is you don't know because you didn't check the time between leaving the club and getting back to the club like a lot later. So midnight might have happened at any time between then, and when you checked it when you got back, it was definitely midnight, but it could have been midnight before that.
So when did I hear the "As You Wish"?
Probably just about like when you were about leaving the bus stop.
Okay. Well, I wasn't wishing for that.
I wasn't wishing for that. Is that what you just said?
What?
What?
I heard a thing.
Okay.
It's gonna sound weird.
Okay.
Try us.
I just killed a vampire with the stiletto, so I mean... how
That
much
was
would-
amazing, by the way. Some weird voice said "As You Wish," and then there was like a boom, and then that was about when I was at the bus stop, and
So you heard this
Wait,
at the
with
bus
Violet?
stop. Who else was at the
What
bus
happened at
stop?
there were buses at the bus stop.
Yeah, who else? Obviously. Anyone else? Do you see anybody else? Do you remember anybody else?
There were other people, but I didn't see them talking.
What were they
Like
doing if they weren't talking?
getting on buses.
Okay.
Layla.
Okay, Barnaby. So you don't recognize anybody?
So who were you with at the bus stop?
I was with Violet at the bus stop.
Oh. Did she say it?
Did she say it?
I mean, it sounded a bit like her voice, but it was kind of different. Like, it's certainly, you would say, probably a female voice, probably similar to hers, but it didn't sound like her exactly, no.
It was a feminine voice, but like, I don't think she whispered anything in my ear. I was,
It's
and
more of a-
like,
Say
was
anything.
It was more of a deep, raspy undertone to it. It was more like,
As you wish.
as you wish. Doof.
So
anything?
someone wished then?
someone wished. I mean, there were things I was wishing for, but not midnight.
What wish? Did she say anything? Like, I wish this night would never end.
I need to make a roll now. It involves intelligence, which is not great.
Buddy. I should have used him in the experiment. We would have so much knowledge now. No intelligence.
Wait, didn't Violet have like a necklace or something that she took off and put in her purse?
Yep.
Yep.
Ah,
Yeah, it's probably like the item. I don't know how, like, I don't know if my character would know that though. That's
No,
why I'm
you
like,
would not.
I mean, she would because I saw her take the necklace off
Oh,
and put it
yeah.
in the purse. But I don't know if I put two and two together. But out of character.
Imogen chose that nothing in there was worth stealing, so she's not gonna think anything about it.
Yeah. Same.
You can all
I
make,
don't-
oh god, what's the memory? Intelligence plus willpower?
Okay, intelligence plus willpower. So. Alright, we'll see how that goes. Do I have to do any negative?
Yeah, your crisis and your drunkenness will play in.
God,
So I only get a plus 3 then.
fuck this color too.
I don't need bad luck when you've got bad luck there, Lauren.
Oh god. I rolled a 5.
Am I making the roll?
Yeah, if you want.
What was it? What was it again?
Int plus willpower.
Okay. Pretty
Did
good at
James
that.
roll?
Yeah, I'd roll.
I will
twos.
roll.
Got a
Ooh,
14. 3
bobber.
successes. And that was counting the -2.
You vaguely remember something that someone said that seems to be applicable, but it's on the tip of your like memory that you can't remember it exactly.
On the tip of my photographic memory.
It's not photographic.
Yeah, you can't photograph words.
Well, you can, but
What
you can't
eidetic
photograph
memory
sound. That's me giving you a clue
Not
for 3.
phonographic.
If you want an actual clue, you can spend a drama point, or you can think about it. It's up to you.
I'm just there like, someone said something about,
Spend a trauma
but I
point.
wasn't with you guys. I was in the, I
You
was
were
in the
with us.
club with everyone else.
Yeah, we were all in the club together.
Well, I was saying I wasn't with you guys to Barnaby.
You were in the
Um,
club with us when the necklace situation happened, though.
Yeah.
So
I'm like, I definitely, there was some, can't remember, which is weird for me.
James, did you do something?
Lots of things, like throwing up in that plant pot.
What? When did you?
Oh,
I
that's
haven't
so
yet.
Surprisingly stealthy considering.
I haven't yet.
What?
Well, I haven't thrown it in the plant pot yet.
Then don't.
Well, I'll throw it in your handbag or a plant pot.
Not my handbag.
Well, but
Oh, that's so gross.
That's it. Get it all out.
Did you make a wish, James?
I wish that this night could go on forever because I wanted to do more dancing.
I remember
Ah.
that.
He did do that. Oh,
And
no.
it was nighttime, and there was dancing.
Did you wish to someone in particular?
I just wished. that we could
What
do more
were you-
dancing.
What were you doing when you wished?
Thinking about Barnaby.
But when me and you were sitting on the sofa with the bag,
Yeah.
it would have been before Barnaby left. Barnaby, what time was it that you left? No, you wish this night would never end. That means it can never get past midnight because then it becomes morning.
How do we make it stop?
James,
Maybe James has to
Yes.
wish again.
yeah, you need to wish that the night could end.
What are you
don't
saying
think
my
he-
wishes come true?
Got whatever it would be.
I hope not, but maybe.
I wish Barnaby liked me more.
I
It
look around at
works.
Barnaby.
It works. Yay! Now do my wish. But you said,
Barnaby, do you like me?
I think you're great. You're really great.
I wish Barnaby liked me lots. Barnaby,
I like you lots.
I wish Barnaby would kiss me.
I'm all.
There's.
Yeah,
all
we all
kissed
are
out.
looking at Barnaby like.
Please, James, end my awkwardness and do the wish.
James leans in.
I'm not kissing you again, E.
Again.
You're a trickster.
Nah.
Unfortunately, Imogen's
He just like implores to the others, like, do I?
Give him a kiss on the cheek. I don't know.
Okay.
So you'll
And
do
then
it
he's
if
like,
he does the
"Yeah."
wish.
Oh yeah, say you'll do it if you would do it.
Yay! And he just hugs you, Barnaby, and like lifts you off the ground a little bit, which is kind of hard to do
Holy
because you're
crap.
actually huge. I wish that this night could go normally onwards.
Watch. Anything happen?
Midnight.
No,
Ah,
he
damn
didn't
it.
work whatever it was.
What were you doing when you made the wish? Were you looking
We-
at something, holding something?
We were watching you dance, and Violet had just given us her bag, but there wasn't anything in it. Because I accidentally dropped the bag on the ground and saw everything was in the bag, not that I looked in it to see if.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember everything spilling out of the bag.
Were you messing with things
that we're
in
remembering
Violet's
stuff.
bag?
No. I just I dropped.
No, I'm
it.
saying it to James.
No.
Maybe we should go
Good
to
intentions.
Violet.
He can't lie very easily. No. Layla, Imogen, if you want to make willpower intelligence rolls, remember the stuff about the bag.
Yeah, it's a minus, so I really only get a +3.
One success.
nice. I got a 10, so that's the highest roll I can have,
Three
which is
successes.
3.
Layla, yeah, when you remember putting stuff back in the bag and you said, you know, is there anything dodgy about anything in here? And I made you roll occultism. You remember
Yeah.
because you specifically looked and checked if there's anything dodgy.
Yeah.
You don't remember putting the necklace back in.
Oh. You remember the necklace that she took off and put in the purse? I
Yeah, that
don't
was
remember
weird.
seeing that when we put everything back in the bag. James, did
I
you
look
take
round
the
at James.
necklace?
Is he wearing a necklace?
Yeah, we
He's
both, we
not
all
wearing
look
a
at him.
necklace. I mean, other than a gold chain. Obviously.
Did you take a necklace, James?
No. I didn't. I don't look good in necklaces like that. The
someone man else?
with the jacket took it.
What man with what jacket?
The one who picked it up off the floor and put it in his pocket.
What did he look like?
He was a man. And he had a jacket.
What color jacket?
Dark.
Did it have
Dark.
any other details on it?
Really need you to focus, buddy.
I mean, it was in the club. And it
Did
was
you pick it
dark. And there were lots of flashing lights in my face. I couldn't see.
What color hair did do the gentlemen have?
Dark.
Okay. I kind of look at everybody else. Oh, goodness.
Does it ring
Do any of
bells?
us remember somebody who looks like that? Can we?
I was checking perception checks from you the entire time through there. You didn't see anything.
Gotcha. All right.
Bartender
So
or the bouncer.
Yeah, like you have options like bartender, bouncer, CCTV. There are plenty of options, but none of you have the answer in your heads.
Let's go talk to the bouncer. He saw everyone who went in and out.
Yeah.
Sounds
Bear in
good.
mind, you can also do research into what this wish thing or this necklace is, which you don't have yet.
I pull out my portable library.
Unfortunately, 90s especially, women's clothes, no pockets.
Yeah. I'm
Hey,
sorry, what?
There's like dress shirts that have.
In the 90s especially.
Pull out my portable library.
You just keep like demonic, satanic ritual books in your
Yeah,
dress.
on a large bag.
Canadian
like,
Bible size.
purse.
Okay.
Oh,
You can totally make a cult
pocket
plus
edition.
intelligence check just without your library
I know.
if you want.
the pocket edition of the Necronomicon.
Yeah, -2, so 5, 6. 1 success.
You do know that there are certain demons that do grant wishes. They certainly exist. Without more details, you wouldn't be able to really hone in on anything in particular, but you do know that there are wish demons that wishes are very powerful, and generally saying I wish for something is generally not a good idea.
Yeah.
It's like Aladdin.
Yeah, they screw you over real bad.
Except most of the time they are very bad. Yeah, no, seriously, don't.
No, not unless you sign like an actual contract. Don't wish for things.
Well, let's go see if we can figure out where this gentleman is and get the necklace and wish everything back.
Or break the necklace. Or
Wish everything back
the
first.
demon to our will.
I don't think that's a good idea.
No, you're probably right. Kill the demon.
What is with you lately?
I'm just trying to find effective solutions to our problems. If we just break the spell, then the demon will do something else with someone else.
Getting pretty dark.
It's
Let's
nice.
go talk to the bouncer and then see if we could just find the guy.
I imagine we're doing this on our way there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So you head back to
And
the
then we'll
basement,
work out what we're doing.
and that's where we're going to pick up next week. As it is probably now at least 4:30 a.m., and you can start hearing the sounds of looting in the distance. Sounds of shop windows being smashed.
Oh no.
Things are going interestingly in Little Rosewater right now. Will you be able to find out what's going on with this wish? Will you be able to find out what's going on with this necklace? Will you be able to find out what's going on with this guy who stole said necklace?
Yeah, I was about ready to like flip a switch if you had said his jacket was tweed.
Yeah, me too. I was gonna be like, oh my gosh.
Not saying it's not still tweed. Tweed can be dark.
We will never solve it and just be midnight forever.
So
Yep,
you
crops
should-
won't grow, people will die, the end of the world.
Yeah.
Gotta
Well,
love
depends.
fish.
How long does midnight last? Because naturally, like, maybe you're just preventing the planet from moving, so one side of the planet will never get nighttime. So crops grow great there.
That is fair. That is a fair point. Right. In which
Max
case,
factors in the UK.
we'll go and do some outro stuff. So, we'll read some tips. We'll tell you about upcoming things and where you can catch people. So, very briefly, we have Star Trek RPG starting this Friday at the same time as we normally do Layla, but on Friday. You can totally check that out. It's going to be amazing fun. We've got Peachy GMing. It's going to be really interesting. And I'm actually not going to be GMing. I'm going to be playing. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to showing you guys all our different characters and so on. Those will be rolling out throughout the week. Do check our Twitter feeds and stuff, and they will have details. Teasers and all the hype will be building. We also, of course, have
Everyone's
Layla.
dressing up. Pretty awesome.
The continuation of Layla next week, as per usual. Will we find out what's going to go on with this whole wish thing? Either way, it's probably going to be amusing. Will Barnaby actually get any further than a kiss from James or from Violet? That we might find out as well.
Or from someone else.
Maybe
Jane. No.
Yeah, if Barnaby could get a 4. We also have a load of Patreon stuff going on, so do check out the Patreon, the changes and so on. Righto! So, until next week, Maggie, where can people check you out?
You can check out all my stuff at Margaret Crone, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, all the places. I post stuff there. I let people know what's up. Things are a little crazy with work things. I'm going to Korea next week. Like what? So yeah, my life is kind of. I've been like in 5 different countries in 4 weeks. So we'll see how it goes. But other than that, I will hopefully be here next Sunday.
Awesome. Lauren, where can people find you until next week?
You can find me streaming on twitch.tv/randomtues, or best place to keep track of what I'm doing is at Random Tuesday on Twitter. I should be back to some semblance of a streaming schedule now that the first week of school is over and PAX is done. I've got a cosplay to finish in 4 weeks. It's fine. It's fine. 3 weeks. Never mind. I'm wrong. 3 weeks.
Don't worry. No, it's fine. Nothing's what could go wrong.
I already did the chainmail, so.
I don't know how long chainmail takes, but
A long time.
Mine took about 60 hours.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, it's long. It's a long process.
Did you do normal chain or did you do riveted?
I did a 4-in-1 regular. I'm not gonna fucking rivet a costume piece.
You say that. Every bit of armor I've worn for a costume is actually battle ready, so
Well, good for you.
I don't know how to do differently.
Good.
But
good.
are you making it, or are you just buying it?
No, I'm just buying it because no, I'm not going to spend 60 hours making chainmail.
Mine's gold though, so it looks amazing.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough then. Right, Bentham, where can people catch you?
On YouTube, I am Mangleport Gaming because a stupid pun is a terrible basis for online branding. And I play indie games where at the moment I'm doing a lot of Factorio and Kingdoms and Castles and Cosmoteer.
Awesome.
I'm fairly slow. I don't do new series very often, but that's all I'm doing.
Josh, where can we catch you? Where can we kiss you more precisely?
you can kiss me at youtube.com/gamingftl and Twitter and Twitch, GamingFTL. I am still working on that secret project. It's taken a lot more work than I thought it was, so hang tight. But if you want to watch me on YouTube, I play games where you can make stuff.
Like making out with James and Violet. As myself, I'm Enter Elysium. You can catch me over at youtube.com/Enter Elysium, where I play mostly XCOM right now because I'm really busy prepping stuff for this new Friday show, and all my time is like grains of sand that are just going through my fingers, and I can't catch them. But hopefully I'll have some more stuff up there. No, they end badly. Make a wish. I wish I had more time. Cool, we'll just stop the night, and it'll be fine. But yeah, you can catch my stuff over there. You can also catch me over at twitch.tv/Enter Elysium, where I stream on Saturdays, although not for the last 2, because one of them I wasn't here, and then the other one I couldn't launch a game, so that was great. I'm having real good luck this time. And of course, you can catch me over here, where we're streaming on Fridays and Sundays for funsies. Right. Streaming tips. So, we got 2 tips today. LOL46 Levray tipped $10. Love y'all.
Awesome.
Am I doing that right? I'm doing that right.
Yeah. Make a heart.
There we go. Thank you very much. And Paladin Hulk, $5. I missed the glasses.
Aww.
Aww. Lauren, you have to put the glasses back on now for Paladin.
Conveniently there in my hand.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you for supporting the show, everybody. We'll be back as per usual normal time, and also on Fridays, which is going to be fun. I look forward to that. Look forward to seeing you all then. But until next time, may the dice roll over in your favor.
Peace.
What do I have to say about it?